Welcome to Adventures Till the Curtain Calls, where we bring you a Dungeons & Dragons podcast for your entertainment. 6 individuals find themselves swept into the world of Acera, a world filled with magic, wonder, and peril. Starring Andrew Wilmore, Will Acton, Anthony Anderson, Jack Reuther, Nathan Dennison, David Nika, and the Dungeon Master Wes Bridges. It's time to dim the lights, raise the curtain, and let the show begin.
All right, so welcome back. So just to summarize last session, now that we have David back, so happy to have you again. So the party is here in Vulkstahd. They did a bit of shopping and everything 2 episodes ago. Last episode, they did a little bit more sleuthing, so to speak. Ren came back from their date and had a great time, found out a lot of good information, especially pertaining to the marks that have been found across the sectors of the city. Kind of combined with Eldon's knowledge of Thieves' Cant, they found a connection, or a link to the Black Sabers, which is the local Dark Brotherhood, the local Thieves Guild, whatever you want to call it. I was watching Skyrim TikTok earlier, so Dark Brotherhood. It's still
not sponsored.
Still alive. Yeah, not sponsored yet. Bethesda
or TikTok.
But
Every time.
So found out some information, gained an amulet geared towards those more ethereal or spiritual based ghosts, spirits, bumps in the night, which coincided a little bit with what Seven was able to find while digging around the Temple of Sheehan, the god of knowledge. That there was a lot of knowledge drop in there. Go back and listen to that episode if you really need to, because there's a lot in there. But there was suspect that there may be wayward spirits or some more malevolent entities maybe taking up a roost in the Weeping City, which is now connotated with the city of Zragos, the party's waypoint, or I guess side quest goal or main quest goal. Who knows at this point? Shortly after that, returning back towards Divian's sector, the god of love and art and music and joy, they came upon some assailants attacking some guards and seemingly a prominent person. Banner charged in, leading into the fray, and the party was able to subdue. Well, let's be real, y'all killed these assailants.
Just a little burn.
And found that they were attacking the Grand Rose, the head of the Divian Church. This very beautiful elven woman who had sustained some injuries. And you guys were able to kind of do some quick battlefield medics on her. Of those that you had slain, you had found some marks on them. A tattoo that, amongst other things, looked like black or darkened blades on them on all 6 of the assailants. On 3 of them, though, you had found, I don't want to say leathery, because it was more skin-like, parchment in which there was this blue emblem on it, differing than the other 3 that they were with. The rest of the city guard showed, and at the prompting of Watchmaster Jai, or Jay, depending on who you're asking, Jay Emberborn, you were escorted to the sector of Zextius, the god of order, where the archpriest Hyrcanus, the head of the city in the church of Zextius, you guys were taken there to kind of speak on what you experienced, what you saw, and at the behest of the Watchmaster, were allowed an audience with them. At this sit down, you find out that these attacks had ramped up. Originally, they were just kind of thefts of no real set monetary value. They weren't going for like, hey, we need like 1,000 gold worth of X or Y. It just kind of seemed like they were arbitrary thefts. Up until recently, there was a kidnapping. And again, this has kind of been ramping up over the last couple of months, 2 months or so. And it had come down to this conversation between our party, the High Priest, the Grand Rose, and the Watchmaster, that it may or may not have a connection to the upcoming wedding that was going to be taking place at the Everthrone. Or not. Again, it was just seemed kind of coincidental, as one of the assailants had simply a time and a place, which coincidentally tied into when the Grand Rose was to pass through there. So that's kind of where we left off. The Archpriest had said that he had wished to speak to you all in the morning regarding something. He did not speak as to what, but he did state that he had some other affairs he had to attend to before kind of ushering you all out of the Temple of Saxtius. And we're going to kind of pick up there. So, you just had this I don't want to say a council meeting because you're not on a council, but you just had this meeting.
Well, that was fun.
Something else.
Yeah. Are we still in the room, or have we been ushered out?
Yeah, you have been ushered out. So at this point, the only people left in that room are the Watchmaster Emberborn, the Grand Rose, Archpriest Hyrcanus, and a few guards. But not like the typical guards that you saw with Watchmaster. These look decked out.
Like High Guard or something.
Yeah, I mean, the Praetorian Guard, essentially, from Star Wars. They are not clad in all red.
That would have been a bad sign for that for us.
Go back.
Maybe red is good in this world, right? Yeah. Maybe adversaries are blue and good guys are red.
Yeah. All the other
Says the Republic.
Dies.
Says the Republic.
Yeah. Red shirts never die here.
Okay, so I mean, as we are leaving, I suppose. I mean.
And I do want to point out that it's probably around 3:30, 4 o'clock
I was gonna ask
in the day after going across town, speaking to your contact, the fence for the Black Blades, going through the battle, then having this conversation. So it's late, late afternoon, early evening, 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So I mean, that was eventful, to put it lightly. What do we have a plan, or I mean, with all this going on?
Let's go eat. Let's get some food into us. And let's find a place to talk.
Maybe drink a little.
Well, there is
I'm down for drink.
Sure. All right, let's go.
So
let's just find a random spot.
Yep.
Not back where we were.
Not the end.
Yeah.
Not the end.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Last time we
the-
talked there, it did not end well.
We're shopping local.
Yes.
Not a problem. So, kind of exploring around, not necessarily going anywhere you had before. You come across this one little, I don't want to say hovel. It's a little bit bigger than a hovel, but it's just called the Fascinating Shovel. And it looks like it. The sign has a shovel, but on it is just meat and potatoes and everything. It has a nice little aroma coming from it. It would look like any other hole in the wall. It's definitely a mom and pop shop kind of dining establishment. But you head in, and the eclectic inside is the same as the outside. You know, it's like that mom and pop that just opened, so it's kind of like bare walls.
Are we still in the Saxtius sector?
Yeah, you are still in. You hadn't been here before. No one's seen your faces aside from you being escorted through the thoroughfare, which there were plenty of guards around you to kind of hide your faces, and a lot of you are short enough. Really, the only people that really point at is your friendly
They know
iron
me.
giant.
Well, that was the point of the feathers to
Dad and the
conceal his
kids.
figure.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, still, if somebody saw his face though and saw like beep boop going on with his eyeballs,
Beep boop.
beep boop. But yeah, so a little halfling woman kind of comes up, and like, "What can I get for you, dears?"
Meat, cheese,
Food.
bread,
Fantastic.
stew,
Drink.
Okay,
and drink.
Wonderful. Okay, something for everyone, one for everyone. Fantastic.
A turkey leg, if you have any.
Turkey leg, we got a fresh turkey right today. Get that for you.
Make sure the skin is really crispy and almost caramelized from the
Yes,
fire.
I love it like that. Fantastic. I'll be right back, Hans. And she just kind of skitters away and everything, and you see another kind of halfling gentleman. It's not so much a bar or anything. It's kind of like almost like an island in a kitchen and everything. So it doesn't go in very far. But it's just like, how y'all doing? And he's just starting to pour you some drinks and everything. Isolde will be right with you and everything. So he pours drinks, hops down, brings over your drinks. Isolde comes out a little bit, not long after. Your meal run takes a minute. But when she comes out, like, it's not black, but it's got a good cook on it.
There's some carbon on
It's
it.
crispy. It's crispy. It looks like literally it sat and they like almost, oh crap, they remembered to flip. But here you go, dears. Wonderful food all around, all around. Okay, so it's gonna be about 6 copper a piece for the food, and then Ani! Yeah, it's gonna be 2 copper for the drinks.
I'll give him a gold. They'd be like, hey, thank you, we're gonna be here for a little bit. Much obliged.
Oh, well, thank you,
I'll do the
sir.
Oh.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
like
We
one of
just
those
opened
TikTok-
up. You're actually our first customers.
Oh wow,
I'm so
really?
excited,
So
yeah.
there's no one else in here?
Absolutely none.
Oh, okay.
You literally look and it's maybe like a 20-foot deep building. Like, you see everything.
Okay.
But
Well, at least we
talking
have some
sauce.
privacy.
Yeah,
Yes.
hey, that's true.
Touch base. What are we doing? Why?
Thank you very much. Like,
oh,
so
not a
before you
problem,
pay-
not a problem. She's just so like ecstatic that she's got like the 2 gold.
Yeah.
She goes over to Artie, and Artie is just like just chattering amongst themselves.
They're gonna mount that on a wall.
And
for first gold.
well,
right.
actually, I was about to say, you see that they take one of the gold and they put it like in this kind of a box, and they seal the box and they put that underneath the counter. And Isolde kind of takes the other one and pockets the other gold and
Yeah.
everything. But yeah, so
I like
their
it.
first dollar.
Me first.
All right.
First dollar.
Now continue. My apologies.
Again, why? What are we doing?
I think that every single day of my life, man. I don't know what to tell you on that.
We had one job where we were supposed to go to a long dead city that forever weeps with ash, filled with ghosts, and now here we are getting involved in political intrigue. And I get it. I am just as his fault. I pressed in the meeting, but I think it's best that we do what we originally set out to do and just part ways.
I mean,
I kind of agree to a sense. We could head out of town for a while, go to the Weeping City, do what we need to do there, and on our way back through, check in on things, and then go from there.
We talked about this yesterday. I mean, I know we got a lot of coals in the fire right now, and originally, no matter what, like, we got that amulet, and that's going to help us because we needed to make sure we had something when we go into this place because, like we said before, there's going to be some spooks. But I think we'll go and talk to him in the morning, like he asks, at least just hear what he has to say. Then after that, based on what he has to say, we'll go get the stuff done, stop back here on the way back, and then head back up to go talk to your favorite lady.
Just a thought, though.
Mm-hmm.
We do know that there's going to be something happening tonight, and we have to be here anyway.
Tonight. Oh, you mean like the mark, right? That we're talking about?
mark.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's up to you guys whether we participate or not. But I'm all for going to the Weeping City. I mean, I have a book to read.
But if there's an attack tonight and we don't do anything about it, then this could be like
Weeping City 2.
The sequel. Yeah.
I don't think anything can match quite what's the history you provided on the Weeping City.
Well, knock on wood. I mean, realistically, we don't know what's going to happen, and if it's just supposed to be a mark for stealing, then that could be one thing. But 7 does have a point. This could be the last thing they need for whatever thing they're doing. And then, I mean, not going to feel the best if something happens while we're not here and we could have done something to help.
It's true.
And think of the gold.
You're from Feywild, right?
Perhaps.
Just like myself?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm just guessing because you don't seem to have a lot of ties to this land of Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
Just like me.
Yes.
So why do you care?
Good common faith for my fellow man?
Your fellow man.
Fellow races? I mean, I don't know. I've always been raised to just care about everybody. I not like dislike unless they give me a reason to, but I mean, in this case, there's nice people trying to do stuff, and look at Rose. If we didn't go help Rose, I mean, she would have been she was in bad shape.
Yeah,
and if there's something that we can do being right here, I'm not saying let's live here. I'm saying stay here the night. I don't know about staking out or whatever, but talk to the guy. We told him we would, and then we can go.
It's probably too late to leave the town
Well,
anyway.
that's the other thing. We already told him we would, so if we leave, what's that going to do if we tell, the president that, hey, we're going to show up tomorrow, and then we don't show up? Like, that's not going to set a good precedent when we come back or if we come back.
In all fairness, we have no idea what we actually got ourselves into.
I mean, I never do. 7. I found him, and I was like, yes.
What, you don't like 7?
But I'm saying this could be another 7 situation.
As this conversation
Okay,
is
buddy.
going on,
I still like you. Thank you.
Banner has gotten up from his seat and he's grabbed his drink and he's kind of pacing around behind everyone in thought. And then he finally says, "Let me ask you a question. All of you. Why are you here? Eldon, why are you here?
Here particularly for the drink.
Either. Not just here. Why are you in this city? Why are you on this road with us?
I took the quest from the magical lady up north.
The quest. Why are you here?
Well, following him, but yeah, no, the same thing.
And you,
Well, I'm here to read a book.
Ren,
That's true.
why are you here?
Perceived obligation.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Let me tell you why I'm here. I am here to fight. I am here for war.
Oh,
Well, war can take many forms. I am here for some gold, of course, for glory, but to help those who need the help, to war against those who would hurt those who cannot protect themselves. I'm here to find these things. I would hope you would join me in that.
Isn't that a paradoxical lifestyle, Banner? I mean, war is what causes people to be fleeing from their own homesteads and causes great misfortune anyway.
he's trying to be
Sometimes.
motivational. He's trying to be motivational.
Sometimes,
Come
yes.
on, Ren. Jeez.
But we can choose what side we are on. And yes, I know we have plans to go to this long dead city filled possibly with the undead. Are we prepared for this? Are you prepared? I'm here to learn, to fight, to gain wisdom, to gain knowledge.
Is that what you call what happened yesterday?
Yes,
I mean, actually, never mind. Yeah, that's true.
everything's a learning
This
opportunity.
is always a lesson. That's what my dad always taught me.
Even failure is an opportunity to learn.
It doesn't sound
So
like
I
a
ask you all again, why are you here?
What? I mean, I will give you on that point. We got to also remember gold. Like you mentioned gold, but that lady also told us that we will get knowledge. For some of us, knowledge is a little bit more important than gold, and I mean
course.
that knowledge can help more people than what we could potentially be helping right now. So, for some of us, that knowledge is maybe the reason why we're even out here in the first place, just like yours. So, I mean, if we can all accomplish the same thing while still helping people, I mean, that's got to have some weight in it too.
We have an opportunity, do we not?
You
These
think-
people need our help. We can contribute. And if we leave now, what happens to them? What happens to us, to our reputation with them? They say, okay. They saw a challenge and they left.
I mean,
I don't want to do
I don't really care about the metaphysical things like reputation here, Banner. I'm
Yeah.
more concerned about the well-being of the people that are here right now.
yeah, like
Around me.
realistically, we've been here for 2 days, a day.
It's literally been like 2 days.
It's been 2
Yeah,
days,
maybe two
and
and a half.
so far our reputation is, hey, we saved the road, so it's pretty good right now. And that's why I'm saying we show up the next day, like I said, talk to the president, see what he wants. It's not like we're gonna say, yes, Mr. President, we're gonna do it. I'm saying we listen to him, at least give him common courtesy, just like we would with anybody else. And then we tell him, hey, we have a prior engagement at the moment. We're going to get this stuff done and do that. I mean, it's... I don't know. I'm not signing up for something here, especially if it's not going to... If this could be potentially something that oh, man, I don't know. I don't know if we're on the right side of history. That's basically the right thing I want to say at that. Because I know nothing about this town. I mean, obviously, you guys. I mean, there's always people that know more, but everything that's going. Well, I know 7. That's, I'm sorry, Seth. That's what I'm saying. I say we just put it to a vote. I mean, I'm just in favor of going tomorrow morning. That's it. We can do the stakeout. I don't care about the stakeout. We can do the stakeout. That'd be great. Go to the meeting, see what he has to say, and then decide from there. Like, I think we're too early. We don't have all the variables. We don't have all the information. I say we just wait, talk to him, see what he has to say.
Plus, I don't know if we are ready for the Weeping City. We have nothing. If there are,
We'll never actually truly probably be ready enough. But
no, we need something more than just. I think we have one item.
yeah, but I mean, we got a lot of stuff going for us.
That's what I worry about. Are we really ready to take on that
Are
challenge?
we really ready for a war, though?
I mean, we have Banner.
Okay, but that's one person. No offense.
There's all
No,
of us.
none
But
taken.
that's what I'm saying. We already have signed up for one mission, for one quest. We do not need to fill this backpack up, guys. That's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot going on. We just need to see what's happening and then go from there.
She, although I will say, she has been waiting to hear from her lover for how many centuries? What is a few more weeks, months?
Oh my God, that's such a long time.
Not sure time.
Point of clarification, there was no set agreed time
There
for you
wasn't.
to do this, only that if you were back within a week, she knew you were going to be alive.
Yeah,
So,
I'm just sticking true to what she has to offer to us. I think that's gonna be worth a lot more than gold, I would say at this point. But
I need to raise one more time. Why are we trusting Lendris?
I know.
I was going to bring that up. You had not so great feelings about her. I sense nothing, but that means nothing.
I'm going to take out my book and I'm going to say, I feel like I don't really have a choice.
Well,
about reading, or what do you mean, like, or about that?
Trusting.
Oh, we're talking about knowledge stuff. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I gotta side with Darren here, because knowledge is really important for a lot of us here at this table, and I'm just saying that's got to be something.
all I can share from my familial legacy is that knowledge often comes at a certain price, and once obtained, it isn't something that you can so gleefully refund. It's a blood price, so...
True.
It's a blood price that some of us are willing to pay.
Even more so.
And you say that now, but... you don't know the unintended consequences it can have on others down the line. That's...
I think every action has a consequence. We know that. Same thing for not going down for, like, making this decision. That's going to have consequences. And for some people, it's just based on what matters more to us. We don't know why each of us are here or what we did to get here. Therefore, we don't need to assume anything on those lines. Not knowing that information, not knowing everybody's past, we need to make a decision about the future.
And I'm not objecting to helping people.
Yeah, I'm all down
Or-
for help.
Staying here for a time
Mm-hmm.
to fight whatever individuals there are, but I can't wait months.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Time is not something that's on this side. So I'm not. I like I said, I want to see what he has to say, but I didn't sign up for some other war. I signed up to go help this mystical lady go to a weeping city of ash. But That's one thing or another. I'm not signing up for something else that I don't know anything about. So if I don't get information, I'm not making a choice.
I'm gonna put my book away.
I'm gonna take a
Do you
bite.
need anything else, Jace?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna take a bite of this food before it gets too cold.
Like
Is it good food? It's good food.
Oh, it's great.
Okay, cool.
It is really good, and it's like traditional, like home style cooking.
Good.
Like she's more or less. She knows she just brought y'all drinks. She feels the tension. There is only you guys and her and Artie. So
They're standing back there wide-eyed. What's going on?
Has she been listening this whole time?
Trying hard not to.
I mean, there's not much else you can do when you're sitting in a room with another table that's talking.
Well, and they are progressively like trying to like make orderly some of their, make it a little bit more
There's only
homely.
so many times you can clean the counter without looking like you're not paying attention.
Right, there's this one spot on the island that's really looking
It's
buff.
really shiny.
It's his reflection.
We need to put some refinish on that.
You see like D&D Pine Sol come out and
I say, give me a few minutes. And Banner's going to head out into the street, and it's like, oh my gods, you should come check this out. He's going to start peddling people and directing them inside.
Oh, there you
Try the food in here. Bring it on.
give me a performance check.
All right.
Can I?
Because you're almost you might as well be out there with a sign right now, like swinging it around.
Hold on.
He's squashed.
I'm gonna walk out there with you.
Thank
and help
you.
by pulling off some of the cherry blossoms from my branch,
Excellent.
which is actually really cool because they magically regrow. I'm just gonna pull some off and I'm gonna toss them out in front of you
Okay.
and assist.
I'm gonna say you have advantage on this. So
Oh,
so
good,
give me
thank God. So now I have an opportunity to roll even lower.
Right. One.
Well, that's a little better. 10.
So you see, there are some people that are just still kind of like, oh, okay, and just kind of going about there. But then there's a little boy and girl walking with their mom. It's like, Mom, can we? Well, it is. Okay, fine. Let's go. Yay! And so they kind of head in. You guys see this little boy and girl kind of like burst through the doors. And super excitedly as mom like following behind them. No, stop! I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Those of you with kids, you know. It's like, I'm sorry. Isolde's like, oh, hello, dear. So you need anything? Oh, there's a table right over there and everything. And they start catering to now the party of children, which the room has now exploded in sound. Being approximately 5 and 7 age-wise.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That tracks.
I'm just gonna like wave at them periodically.
Cool.
I'm gonna get up next to Banner and go, good distraction.
Exactly. More voices to cover our discussions.
I think we've discussed everything we were going to discuss.
I think we
already.
finished it. I was getting ready to eat.
And we're out. No.
And we help
No,
small
but-
business. Let's go!
I have one additional piece of business that
Oh,
maybe
no.
we should discuss.
Yes.
It occurs to me that as we interpose ourselves sometimes in what is happening around the city, it might be helpful to, when they ask who the hell we are, that we might have something to tell them other than, well, we're just a bunch of people running around, doing stuff.
I don't
I
really
am
see.
7.
Yes.
We don't need to put a label on things. We're traveling for a week or two, and then we're finished.
Oh man.
You're broken.
I agree with Seven's sentiment. I think Seven really put that eloquently. 7, Ren, Banner, Felix, Darren, Elton. That's it.
An RYWB situation. I don't even know what that acronym would look like.
Beakley.
Yeah, you forgot about Bakley. Thank you very much.
Right, I
I
forgot
just found
about
the whole
the
time.
child. That can't do anything.
To that point, the children like are like, whoa, cool for you, and then like, oh, it's that cool big puppy.
It cancels out the menacing visage of 7. So you're perfectly neutral. You're just on two opposites and you meet in the middle.
Cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Don't let Bigley take any fingers.
Oh,
We need a
Darren's
little. We need a little
Cool.
sign on that says, "Be careful, I bite."
Yeah.
Darren's gonna pick another cherry blossom and hand it to Ren.
No, I went to.
Well, you never know what the future brings.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna start eating.
Yeah.
So like
The food,
At least
the
right
food
now
is
for it.
quite good.
That's great.
Yeah. Isolde comes by and checks by on you guys. Make sure you guys have your drink, have your food. Gets the food and drink to the mom and kids, and it's the equivalent of D&D chicken nuggets for the kids.
What are the shapes?
yeah,
those shapes-
little dragons
they're-
and treasure chests.
Yeah, they're
Come on.
they're actual cockatrice nuggets. So they're shaped
nice.
like cockatrices.
What?
A cockatrice.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's pretty much like a dragon
Oh.
chicken.
Oh, okay.
Essentially.
A cockatrice, yeah.
Yeah,
Turns you to
cockatrice.
stone.
Cockatrice.
Right.
You know when you play Final Fantasy and they don't say the words in the game, you assume.
Well,
that's right.
Final Fantasy, I'm just like Chocobo.
Yeah,
Chocobo.
Ultima is Ultima until you hear somebody say Ultima,
And you're like,
or
oh,
you learn
no.
how to read.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least getting back into what we were talking about for the meeting back up there. He did mention about the robberies and things like that. If it comes down to it and they want us to investigate or go on to those things, I mean, hey, like I said, it is what it is. What we should focus on is, were we doing anything about that mark tonight?
I was going to
Yeah.
stake it out at least.
We didn't. I would say we didn't know if it was that district or that building, right?
Correct. It does not specify. It's
So-
either that building or something in that district. Now, on average, though, the districts.
They're huge.
Yeah,
So
I
it'd be
mean,
very hard to to scan or
without
to check
further
out.
information, yeah.
Yeah.
What if we just moved the mark somewhere else?
They're carved in the building, Seven.
Yeah, but I mean, buildings can be
Maybe.
clear. Yeah, we can clear those,
Buildings
and we
can
know what they
be
look
fixed.
like. I'm about to say, you know what? Hey,
You know what? Actually,
Hey,
I'm giving you inspiration, dude. For that.
Inspiration.
That was a brilliant idea. That was
like
brilliant.
A savant
So you have
moment.
an inspiration.
Everyone just stops what they're doing and slowly looks at Seven like,
Yeah.
yeah, actually, that works really well.
I got a gold star.
Wait a minute. So, okay,
That didn't even cross my mind when I thought of that.
that was
If
great.
we're going to do it, we need to do it
Well,
quickly.
hold on. The mark, was it like at the entrance of the district?
Yes. So all of
Okay.
these marks. So of the districts that have been hit, the mark is at the beginning of the district. The only thing is, again, some of those buildings that are marked have been the ones that have been hit. Some of them, like in the case of the kidnapping, obviously was not.
But that's a different mark.
That was a different
That was
mark.
a different
But yeah, even amongst just the thieving ones, it's not always the same building that is marked.
Okay, so first off, no matter what, if I like that immediately. What I would say though is, if we're going to do it, we cannot move it too far, because if people already know where the mark is,
Right.
potentially, if it's like the opposite direction, they're gonna think something's up. So if we even move it to the one to the next, or like to the left or to the right,
Right, they can be like, oh, maybe it was. Yeah.
then they'll think,
makes sense.
yeah, no, this is exactly where it was. But then go in. But the problem still is if the building itself got marked, and that's the whole,
I
whole
think
other
there's a
problem.
lot of holes to this issue. though. Like,
There's still a lot of problems, but
it's
a
a temporary solution
It's a Band-Aid,
because
yeah.
it needs somebody to repair the marks or change the marks every night that it happens, that those marks are planted, and then even then, we don't even know if the marks are just to symbolize as a threat, as a warning, or if they are hitting the place or doing the deed independent of the mark.
Well, I would say if it's in Thieves' Cant, I mean, out of game is Thieves' Cant.
So this is it looks like they have elements of the Thieves' Cant, but it is not Thieves' Cant.
Well, what I'm meaning is like to non-thieves
Okay.
or like people that aren't privy to it. Does it just look like scribbling, like just like scratchings or stuff?
It would almost equivalently look like just etched in graffiti.
So it's not like putting blood on the door. Like it's not like a big red sign that says here it is. So theoretically, it could be left as a trail for whoever.
But in the battle against the Black Sabers and this unknown organization,
Yeah.
the
I
mark
just
is
don't-
about the size of a dinner plate. I'm gonna say just because it needs to be seen,
Mm-hmm.
but it can't be too
Discreet,
You
yeah.
know, too or
I mean, that raises a good point. We could go back to our little feathered friend, and we got that note now. We could try and squeeze him to see if we can narrow down the choice.
I thought you wanted to just observe what was happening tomorrow morning and get out of Dodge.
No. I said I want to talk to the guy, but tonight I cannot blame good ideas. I cannot stifle his creative ability, and I'm not going to take his oars away from his dreamboat.
What happens if we remove one of the signs? Will someone, I mean, hypothetically,
Yeah.
might someone look at that and say, I had that sign put there and it's gone?
I mean, that's
Have someone,
the thing.
might we scope out this area and see if it's replaced?
Going off of what
Yeah.
Ren is saying,
Say so much
even
to
if we
say
just
once.
change the sign, that means somebody's going to go and check A, so we can see who does that, and then B, if somebody's going to go fix the sign, that's another thing.
Yes.
So
What time is it right now?
you said it was like 3 or 4.
Well, at this point, the conversation, yeah, we're looking at about 4:45, 5 o'clock, because you guys have been talking for a hot minute, getting the kids in there,
Yeah.
getting their food.
So if we're gonna do it, we need to do it soon.
I would say that this would constitute a short rest, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we haven't taken a long rest, right?
Yeah, because literally after, so
I'm
your,
making sure.
your battle more or less occurred around noonish, 1 o'clock, and then you had this meeting after that, and now you're eating. So I mean, you know, yeah.
I just wanted to make
So
sure.
you're eating early dinner. I mean, more or less.
I
It's a
use
short rest.
Arcane Recovery to get 2 spell slots back.
It's okay. I still got a nat 20 under my belt. Just waiting.
I'll let you
Wait.
use it.
So
I'll let
Yeah,
you
no.
use it.
the final point that I think might be interesting is, even if we remove the mark, they're probably looking for something specific. If they're looking for something specific, then moving the mark may get 1 night or 2 nights,
Mhm.
but they are going to eventually go back to that building. So maybe we should try and go there and figure out what they're trying to steal.
But that's the problem is we don't know where.
We
It's
don't
too
know
big of us.
we don't know
There's,
which
there's
building.
too many variables. That's what we were saying before.
What
and that's the
section
whole
was it
thing.
in again?
It was. Sorry, give me one moment. I gotta pull up my map again.
And I mean, and Ren does bring back a good point. It still kind of ties back to if this is something that we are going to care about, because obviously this is not a short term. By us changing the sign, it's not going to be like we
Sinir.
figured out the problem and solved this puzzle.
What's in that district?
Sinir is the god of luck.
Okay.
What kind of shops are there in that district?
A lot of casinos.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, equivalently, there would be a lot of gambling, money changers. There'd be a lot of con artists on the streets and whatnot.
What are the
Don't
names
like
of the
that
con
place.
artists?
I want the name of every con artist.
Every single one in the area.
You gotta meet them.
Actually,
GM, give me knowledge I would not have otherwise.
all right, Seven. We know what we're doing.
Seven has an SSD full of just information of this.
Okay, I'm gonna take that inspiration back. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what we do, even if we do the sign, even if we change the sign, that only buys maybe a day at most. And like Ren said, obviously, if we're not staying, that's not going to mean much. That's just a drop in the bucket. But I don't know. I think it still boils down. It kind of just turns right back to what are we doing? Ren, what do you want us to do? If you had the final say right now.
Ooh, a vote.
No, this is not a vote. This is no. I'm just asking right now, Ren. If we were just like Ren, tell us what to do,
Buzzkill.
I would tell you all to go home.
and that's why we don't make you do things. Like that. But
Also
I mean-
a buzzkill.
we got a lot of buzzkills here, just for different things. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. I mean, guys, like I said, oh gosh, this is a pickle. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Especially when it's great from a DM standpoint because I've not given you enough to know what's the main storyline.
Yeah, and we haven't found out enough on our own end to.
That's
really give us-
right.
If we had more of a thing,
It's the best. All right.
it's almost like we need to wait until the morning to see what this guy has to say. But man, I don't know. If somebody just pitches that idea, that'd be just ludicrous. Yeah, all I know is I'm rocking this turkey leg. This ain't good.
It's a big one too. Kind
Oh
of
yeah,
like,
especially on me. Like it's just like awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's a Disneyland one.
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go.
Felix has food for 2 days.
Yeah, I'm set. Give me a Triscuit and I'm fine. Are you kidding me? It's like a huge square on me. That's great. Yeah, so that's.
Well, I'm gonna finish up eating and my drink, and I'm gonna head to Sinir and scope out the area. Anybody want to come with me?
I think you might need me for this little plan, so I guess I'll go with you.
All right. Ren. Oh God.
Does it make that noise?
Yes, I guess so. All right.
It's more like
For those of you that can't see, Ren just ripped off her thumbnail and just handed it to Elder.
Yeah.
And I just put it in my pocket.
Oh, it's great. It's so good. It's there is still a little bit of cubicle.
If we're gonna do this, let's at least be smart about it. We can separate into groups of threes and
Yeah,
keep
I was
communication
the whole
that
group
way.
should go. Yeah, it'd be a little obvious.
No, we should split the party 3 ways. I'm joking.
Six. Let's do it. 6-way split.
Let's all just
6-way split.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you use that 20 then. No, I'm kidding.
This might not be helpful in our situation, but the bookmaster did give me this to communicate with him if I need to. Just within the city, I think
See,
it gets
why
by.
can't you do that? That's more normal, Ren.
Yes.
I'm sorry that these are the skills that I was naturally given by birth.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I would say.
tradition.
I don't know if this is the
Hey, wait, how did
bookmaster's
you learn
protocol.
that, by the way? Did you just, one day it fell off and you could, like, talk and got, like, feedback? Or, like, what?
They're an echo?
Actually,
Yeah, like, hello. And like, oh, no, like, oh, dang.
actually,
Never mind. That's, we don't need to talk about that right now. Let's do this. What we, so you,
I
you
should
two
point
are-
out fingernails may not be the worst thing it could be. I'm
It's
just
also
saying.
true. That's also true.
Well,
Oh, man.
is this a body part?
No. Well, it could be for somebody. I mean, hey.
Well, actually, I could have ripped out my teeth for you if that sufficed better, Eldon.
I'm good with the nail.
Yeah, see.
I'm gonna assume that your nail magically regrows
Yeah.
once you. Okay, I was about to say you're out of thumbs.
You're running out of digits.
Yeah.
The Eerie token replenishes.
Okay.
If that's what it's
I
used.
couldn't remember.
Tooth
Yeah.
would be pretty handy though, because then you could like wedge it into a corner, or like into a stone.
Oh,
I mean, that's you got a lot of options there. Whereas a fingernail is just a fingernail.
Are we talking about castawaying this?
Well said. All right. So you two are going. Banner, are you going with them, or I mean, or
I don't mess with this.
because when is it?
Are they going stealthy?
It seems potentially.
Heavy armor, not so sure.
I can go.
Yeah, sure, I'll go with it.
I think Eldon should probably be with Seven and O'Darren. I think Banner, Felix, and I can just function somewhere else.
We can figure something. We can figure something out.
Okay.
Okay, so Eldon, O'Darren, and Seven are going to be going to Sinir's district, while Banner, Ren, and Felix are going to go do something else.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
so
that vest for Beakley ready?
Well,
He never told us. He never told
Well,
us. We
no,
know
Oh,
this.
I'm sorry. I thought
he never told you guys.
Yeah.
I'm
we
sorry. I
know.
thought I did.
Yeah.
I was thinking more so, those three actually went into Sinir, while the three of us kept by the sigil at night when they're doing that. And so we can communicate via the fingernail to see if they find anything during the night in actually the part of Sinir, and then if we see somebody mess with the sigil that we fixed, then we can communicate back with the nail. So it's
So they fix it, and then they go check it out, and then we're still chilling there where he fixed it.
Yeah, I guess we can go move it right now.
I
And
like that.
we're not putting the sigil somewhere else, or we are?
We are. We can put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
it's
Where-
getting messed with somehow.
It's getting nudged.
Just a little nudge.
Okay, so are you guys going to change the mark now or later?
Now.
Okay, so around Sinir, on either side, so you can.
Yeah.
I gotta look my map back.
So Sinir is on the south side of the city. On either side of it, oh sorry, Sinir's right there.
There we go.
On either side, there is Thessus on its eastern side, and Vorus on its, I guess, northwestern side. Just because we're kind of rounding the horn there from the south.
Gotcha.
Whoever wants to give me a religion check on either of. Well, just give me a religion check
I wouldn't know.
to know about Thessus or Vorus.
The group or just
And, well, I mean, whoever's going to change the mark, I
Okay,
guess.
so not me.
I'm not going to attempt because Reddit would not know.
Surprising, I have plus 5.
14 total.
Oh, it's intelligence.
14. Anyone else?
I can make up a religion.
19.
19. Okay, so Thessus is the god of trickery. And we have for Vorus. Where Vorus on my list, is the god of twilight. Or the primary domains are trickery and then twilight.
Okay. So I guess move the mark one to
So
Twilight.
So you said Boris was trickery?
no, Thetasis is trickery. Vorus is twilight.
Vorus. We'll move it to Vorus.
Okay.
Are you sure? Because it just seems poetic to move it to the trickery.
I was thinking the same
It
thing.
seems it's too. I don't know. It seems like too obvious.
Almost too on the nose.
Yeah,
like,
too.
yeah.
I was like, we tricked you in the land of trickery.
I would. Never mind. Were we still talking with them, or are they gone?
You guys have left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
else.
So they went. So how are you? We'll say that you were able to find the mark because Ren had pointed out to you before. How are you putting this mark on the other district, or how are you removing this current mark?
Well, he can remove the mark.
Removing the mark, I'll use mending to remove
Okay.
it. I'm assuming it's scratched in.
Yeah, it's. You remember, it's about the size of a dinner plate.
So it'll take me some time.
Yeah, it's gonna take. You're gonna be on this mark for a minute.
But I also assume that 7 is big enough to just kind of stand.
Should we take like a rubbing of this one so that way we can just like?
I thought I already.
We already do have a
Yeah.
rubbing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
already did that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He had actually taken rubbings of
All.
each of the different marks, which there were
That's right.
through two.
Two, I thought.
2 different kidnapping and then the
Remember?
robbery.
Yeah.
I remember stuff.
404.
But yeah, so we'll say that with some time, you are able to kind of fix over it. So it more or less, it doesn't. You can't remove it completely, but it more or less looks like just over time, it may have gotten a chip here or a nick there, but it doesn't really resemble what it was before, which had a more uniform, structured shape to it. And then, how are you putting it on Vorus's district?
Well,
So you do-
instead of someone dulling their weapon, I can use Arcane Hook
Okay.
Oh, okay.
and carve it in with that. Since the hook is magic, it doesn't matter
I also
if it dulls.
I also have pythons and hammers and crowbars. I mean, we have other things besides weapons to make carvings.
Actually,
Weekly.
I'm not very strong.
I did
What if I
something.
give my hook to 7?
We're doing that weekly Shawshank Redemption.
I don't know if it's possible.
Sign, a sigil.
I don't know if that's something you could hand off. I think it's like a metaphysical thing that like
Yeah, no.
you hold.
It's like once you let go of it, it's just like
Yeah.
I think one would
You
think.
guys-
I mean, I'll give it a try.
okay. Are you trying to do this discreetly?
Yes.
Sleight of hand.
You know,
Great at
chisel.
Sneakily
A
chisel.
building.
A bit.
Actually, I'm not terrible.
Yeah, like I like like.
That's a dirty 20.
So you're able to do it. There's maybe like a person or so that kind of glances your way, but more like, what are they doing? And just kind of keep going about their business. Yeah, you're able to pull it off. No one really notices you otherwise. Yeah, we'll say you did it successfully.
I tell Ren we planted the mark in the new location and let them know. So if they want to watch it while we head into what this the name's
This one's Vorus.
Vorus. So we head into Vorus,
Vorus.
and kind of scope the area out
Wait, why are they scoping Boris out?
to see if I can figure out what they wanted to steal to begin with.
Oh,
But it's in here.
Oh, the Sneer?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, Sneer. The gambling place.
Mm.
See if I can figure out what was going on.
All right, I'll stay put with the knowledgeable one and the one who can't sneak into anywhere. Period.
Yeah,
So
I can't see
I should
shit.
ask: are you guys doing anything else, or are you just hanging out here the literal rest of the day?
I mean, we need to. Obviously, we don't know what time they're going to go check the mark, or somebody's going to check the area. Correct. So
Someone's watching it.
as
also.
long as we have
Is-
one set of eyes on it, but even then, like,
Is there a large building, like a central attraction that's
So there-
not?
There is the
Religion.
Centurion, which is kind of like a Greek forum or something like that. It's in the center of the city. It's more or less whenever the entire city needs to be addressed. It's also the place where all of the faith leadership meets when they have their meeting. It is very much in that kind of forum style, so half crescent seating. I mean,
Oh, in Sneer itself.
oh, and Sneer itself. I mean, there's a lot of more or less kind of Lucy's gaming places.
Or any like wealthy individual specifically that
Well, I
calls
mean,
Sneer. Well,
there's plenty of wealthy figures in Sneer's district if you play your cards right, literally. But there's no. For Sneer, the equivalent would be like a large gaming casino almost. It's multi-leveled. You can hear hoot and holler in all the way down the street from it. It almost is kind of built like Madison Square Garden, where its building is really tall and it's all super flashy on the front. It's designed to attract visitors and come in. So that's the largest building in the district. Otherwise, there's plenty of roofs and rooftops. Probably no more than 3 stories tall. But that kind of casino is probably 5 to 6.
So the area where those marks were put, I know we kind of talked about it before. They're just like on the path, on the walkway that goes into the area.
So if you remember from the battle map that I showed, that unfortunately people cannot see because theater of the mind. They're kind of like stone little. I don't want to say obelisks because that paints a huge thing, but it's a giant stone kind of waypoint indicator, kind of a kiosk, I would almost say, letting you know what district it is.
So the question I would ask then is, how much? So like where it was. How often are people like right next to the obelisk? Are people just obviously just walking around at like the flow of traffic? Or people come up and like actually come up to it like in its like 5 foot square, one would say?
So for some of these, and now that you asked that question, it's kind of coming to that the ones where that front building was not hit, it's on the marker. For the building that is directly correlated to, it's on the building.
Wait, what was that again?
So, the sections that have been hit, that there is the marking is on the obelisk or the indicator of the district, it's in that district. For the ones that have the marking on the building, it was that specific building.
Oh.
so where was this?
It was on the building.
Okay, so I think we should go check out that
It
building.
was on that. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That I was gonna do that anyway. I was gonna go into that building that was on.
So
to begin with.
checking that out. I'll relay that to Rin and to tell to you guys.
I was gonna go there anyway, but
What-
that works out.
Because before you guys have been kind of focused on the buildings,
Yeah.
and not so much on these obelisks.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
Well, what? I mean, just from being outside, like scanning the area, can we see like what the building is, or does it have like a sign or something that says what it is, or is it just a building?
yeah,
Or I
it,
can roll, or
it is a arcane good shop. It is and I apologize, I actually have the name of it. It is called the Puzzled Huntress.
Okay, that's where I'm headed.
Okay.
Me too. I think the plan still stands. 3 of us are here. 3 of us in the
And
building.
you're talking about the building that was in the Sneer, right?
The building that was marked.
That was originally
actually
marked.
marked.
That we
Yes.
took away from.
Yes.
That's the building I'm gonna go
Hey,
to.
so
Yes.
what I would say is, man, do we want to let them know?
Not right off the bat. I want to look at the place.
Okay, because find out if make that decision. Because if that's the case, then I mean we can stake it out,
Oh yeah, exactly.
and do it that way, do it proper. So
Who has the pendant from the archpriest?
oh wait,
Priest.
Yes,
Because the Archpriest gave a pendant, kind of left it out to whoever wanted to take it. We can retcon that. But he left that out kind of like his mark.
Yes,
of
the
passage,
electrum pendant.
Like a.
oh yeah, because it was like a locket, right? Because it wasn't like a
Sheriff
huge
badge.
thing.
It wasn't a huge thing yet.
Yeah. It
Oh,
wasn't
that's
like-
right. Okay.
I just think that might give us a little more.
Leverage, leeway. What we're saying is truthful.
Yeah.
Gravitas.
Well, yeah,
Gravitas,
that's
thank
what I
you.
would say.
So I assume one of us have it since we're going into the building.
Okay. You have it.
It's a
Sure.
I gotta say it's a round beak glue snack.
He's chewing on it.
Yeah.
It's so slobbery. It's so slobbery. It's like a toddler with their binky on the strap and just the binky is the strap.
It's like 8 right now. She's so drooly right now.
Yeah.
Teether sticks.
Yeah, she's not even teething.
All right, so yeah, I'd say to do that. Decide and find out, because if you guys decide to do that, then we can get it set up.
So yeah, I'm gonna head into
Home Alone
the
style.
puzzled huntress.
The puzzled huntress. So you walk in, it's like, hello, hello, my fine gentlemen. And you see what looks like an elf, but a darker, almost kind of a bluish gray skin, white marble hair. Hello, welcome to the puzzled huntress. Can I help you find anything?
Well, what do you sell primarily?
Everything around me, goods, trinkets, wonders. Do you want to make a living with your trade? So do you want to, and he pulled like this deck of cards out of nowhere, just in a flourish, just like, do you want to mesmerize? And he just makes it disappear in his hand. Do you want to bedazzle? And glitter just out of nowhere. It's
Oh no!
it does get everywhere. The glitter goes everywhere.
Oh no!
God, I'm not there.
We have everything for our beginners. Arcane merchants.
Do you have anything rare? Like immensely rare?
Yes? For sale? No.
Okay.
Can I just walk around and look at things while Alvin is talking?
Yeah.
Seven, did you walk in?
Yeah,
Are you in there, man?
Did you go in
He,
there?
Oh, yeah, he's
I
in
looked
there too.
He's eyeing
he
you.
rolled and I was scared. I'm sorry.
Darren, he's keeping up his like friendly demeanor. He's like, oh, welcome, but like there's almost like a moment of flash of recognition, minutely with you as you walk in, and he clocks you. He's clocking you.
I mean, I was gonna steal anything.
This time.
You marked the building.
It was you. It's gonna be me.
Do you have a deck of many things?
Yes.
7 know what that is.
But it's gonna cost a pretty penny.
Yes.
I'll let you pay to draw if you want.
Oh my god, please don't.
I'm passing.
Are you sure? And like he
Always
pulls
wanted
out
to
this
draw
leather
one of
patch
those
and he opens
cards.
it, and he reaches in, he pulls out a card and it just says, chair. It's a deck of many things. And he just gives you a card that says chair on it. That's it. And he pulls in another one and says like spoon. And it's a trick deck. It's a deck of many things.
Chairs rain from the sky.
You turn into a chair.
Polymorph.
You transform into a
polymorph.
chair.
You true polymorph into a chair, man.
Automaton. Leg up. Or something. You turn
On the top rope with the shirt.
By God, he's got a jail chair.
Dave Bautista rolls up out of nowhere.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's a trick deck of many things. It's just literally a deck in a pouch, just with different household items on it.
Man, that might be worth something, bro.
Just to screw with people.
I want to look for like one of those wands that turns into a bouquet of flowers.
Fantastic, right over here. And he pulls one out and like, do you have a color?
Oh, yellow.
And it just like poofs out yellow, and like it's an obnoxious like when it like it comes out too.
Air horn, fantasy air horn.
Yeah. Do you remember? And I'm really dating myself. Do you guys remember the flowers from the movie Hook?
Yes.
Yeah.
It almost looks
like
like
daisy
that.
cups or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
really just ostentatious, ugly. Yeah.
Gaudy.
Yeah, I just dated myself. Robin Williams is my favorite actor. I will die on this hill.
Heck yeah.
I will
I'm sure
die
Hook
on this
is
hill.
I'm not sure if Hook is like a dating yourself moment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what
Might
was
be.
it?
We're getting
95?
yeah.
94?
Yeah, that was like 90s.
How
Oh
much?
man.
I'm sorry, I'm Googling.
I'm checking it right now. don't worry.
91.
Oh my god.
91, we were close.
I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, get out of
Stop it. All right, stop it.
Okay,
We
okay.
get it. Everyone here.
Deck of many things.
Stop. Play.
I wasn't alive.
I hate
He loses inspiration. I take it from him.
Okay, so we got this. We got different colors if you want. You can actually there's this little button underneath that if you push it, it kind of cycles through different colors. So if you want to trick somebody,
Is there like a rainbow one?
I was thinking RTV when I was like, but you know you got to push it like 6 times before you get it to turn off.
Yeah,
But
I'll take it.
fantastic! It's gonna be 2 gold.
Ooh. I'm gonna find you walking around. Like, I need 2 gold.
Dad, I want this real man.
Ooh, you know my money.
Yeah, I know I do. For a reason. You were gonna buy that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I need 2 gold.
Let's face it, I'm giving him the 2 gold. That's too interesting.
Take your mom shopping. That's what happens. God bless it.
I'm looking just like, before I give this to you, I'd like to engage in bartering.
Initiate barter.
Commence, sir.
Would you take a gold?
No.
Would you take 2 gold?
Yes.
I believe we have a deal.
You're good at what you do.
Slow clap.
I'm just gonna walk by at that moment.
Ellen's
Good
just
job,
standing
Seven.
at the counter, just like, what
Good
is
job,
going
I
on?
have a stabbing pain in my heart. Somebody got failed on mercantile wit. Seven. Oh no.
I'm gonna walk back to you and like show you the wand. It's just like
Just changing the colors.
yeah, just
He's gonna wear out the battery before he even leaves the store.
Oh, I'm just switching it back and forth from wand to flower.
You know what?
each time.
Because I like it, he is a replacement crystal.
Okay, all right. At least he did that.
Worth it.
God bless it.
That's all.
It's a double-A crystal, and you need a triple.
So
Watch it be like a D crystal. It's just a big one.
Paperclip and we're fine. I can
we're
make it
gonna
work.
use that distraction to look for anything that could potentially be steal-worthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Stealable.
Steal-worthy.
Hey, perception check, then, I guess?
I'll do that too, actually.
Perception, yeah.
I'm adding this.
I used to
my,
give-
Oh, do it.
inventory, but-
If you didn't, I'd be disappointed.
Oh, my perception.
15.
Okay.
Just not
So,
even
I mean,
13.
in typical mercantile fashion, there are things that are higher than reach, typically, and it looks like it's a little bit crafted better. There are things in cases here around, but then I mean, if I had to describe the atmosphere, this is not what it is. Just the atmosphere is just very joke shop and novelty feel, but that's not actually what's in there. I mean, he has a wider range of kind of things going on here, but a lot of it does seem to be more towards
Weasley
showmanship. Yeah, it's almost like the Weasley store, almost from Harry.
Yeah. With
From Harry.
Harry.
That's a big name. I can't be dropping that one around. She
No,
sues
Harry's
people.
world. Yeah.
She sues people.
One last thing, and we'll get back to Eldon.
Okay.
I'm gonna ritually cast Detect Magic.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. How long does it take?
10 minutes.
Oh! How do you do that while perusing?
I'm just
You're
gonna
doing that
be
next to
reading
me
my
now.
book.
Hey, mate. What you doing?
Reading.
Oh. Okay. What are you doing with the reading?
I'm curious what's magical.
I could have just told you. The wonder in everyone's hearts when they see you do this trick, and like, he goes, and a little vase appears, and he opens up the vase, and you just hear, "Close me!" and it just closes. He closes it again, and it, poof, disappears again.
How much?
Oh, God.
10 gold, my friend, because I like you. 5.
Oh, damn.
It sounds like oh daddy.
He did. I thought he said, "Oh, daddy."
Oh, Daddy. Oh, Daddy.
Oh, daddy.
Yeah, I didn't think about that day before.
My name is Oh, Daddy. Oh, Darren. Oh, Darren.
I'm questioning our group split right
I thought
now.
we shared our brain cells like equally instead of it being lumps into.
Nah, man. Hey, no.
I'm just
apparently-
saying, I just found a plot point for a character that Marin. I'm just kidding. I'm looking for my dad. Oh, daddy.
Chaos crew.
with a K.
2K. 1K.
Yeah,
Okay.
one.
Okay,
But
I
you
said
don't
it
know
out
where.
loud.
It changes every
It's the
time.
W. It's just turned sideways.
Oh.
Okay.
Money?
Money now.
Okay.
You already got your fancy wand.
You already got your toy, yeah.
It is nice.
Can you show me the flowers again? Yes.
What's your favorite color?
Let's go with pink.
Roll me a
I figured.
roll me a d6.
Oh gosh. That is 6.
That's how many times you have to push the button before you get to pink.
I'm just gonna like press it.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'm gonna.
Hang on.
But I was like, if I mean, are you wanting like my high-end stuff? Is that what you're referring to?
What are you buying?
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds interesting.
Fair enough.
Take you in the back.
And like he does reach into the case in front of him, it's one of those that you'd see like the hand go in and out, but like you see from your point of view, where his hand would go in, it doesn't reappear from your point of view.
Oh.
So he does pull out this little, I guess, cloth. He starts unfolding it, and there is this a pin, not unlike kind of, I don't want to say like a brooch, but like a longer pin that you would put on on your what are those called? On the
Cowls?
jacket.
Lapel.
Oh, lapel.
On a lapel, kind of like that, and it has this small engraved griffin head onto it. He's like, now this little Mustang is, if you were to tap it will make you disappear for but a moment. I'm giving you time to maybe make a quick dash out.
Wait, I see that.
Oh, and he's got it like between index and thumb, like it is,
Not
and you can
good.
see like the impression of him, like there's force going down on it.
Can you show me?
Touches it and you have been casting detect magic, so you do see on him there are some things that are glowing on him, but like you see him literally just touch, and this is lit up, touch, and to everyone else he disappears. And I don't think it lets you detect magic doesn't let you see invisibility, but would it let you see if he's still?
If
yeah,
he's under the
so-
effects of magic,
Yeah.
then yeah, he would just be glow like his silhouette.
Yeah, you would. You see glowing things.
Any
in the area.
visible object.
Yeah. Oh.
So I don't
So
know if
you-
he's
That's
actually.
something
You
with
wouldn't.
DM choice
No.
then, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't then. You would
You're
see
cloaked from even.
you would see the pin. Technically, is what you
Is
would
his
see.
clothes still there?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not new.
Everyone's invisibility is different, so
Yeah.
I always gotta make sure.
Wait a second. So his entire body's gone, and it's just this.
Floating.
No, from your point of view with
Yeah.
detect magic, you're able to see that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To me,
Everyone else sees
To me,
nothing.
it's gone.
He's
Yeah.
gone.
Everyone else sees him. He's just tricking you.
I wish that was the color.
That's worth the
Oh,
money,
you're
right?
right, it's gone.
I was like, what is he doing? And Darren's just like, whoa, that's nuts. He just casts a charm or something on him. And that's it.
And then,
Sorry.
like, you do see him. Well, you don't see
Yeah,
anything. You see as he reappears, finger come away from the pin, puts it back in there, and he kind of folds it up and puts his hands over the cloth.
How long does it last if you weren't to touch it?
I think the longest I've ever been able to make it last is about 10 minutes.
Wow, that is a
Is
long
it,
time.
is it because you retouched it or like?
Well, I turned it off. You can technically turn it off before the 10 minutes, but I think 10 minutes is the longest I've ever had to test it.
Nice.
Did you catch my drift?
And how much would you charge for something like that?
Yeah,
That's
so I
easily gonna be 500 gold.
Yeah, that's big boy stuff.
You wanted to see the toys.
Does anybody else know about this pin?
I mean, I might have a passerby every now and again that want to take a look at the good stuff, but believe me, if you try and take this, you're not getting out my door
Oh, I'm not taking it from you.
unscathed.
I
What if we make a trade? I offer my vlog.
He said, he goes, you know what? I will make this trade. You give me those flowers
Yes.
and 499 gold. And we got a deal.
No.
He's rolling persuasion.
Sir, this is worth 2 gold.
498. You caught me in a lie, sir.
Persuasion.
Oh, buddy.
oh
17.
It's a natural 19.
Oh.
What is your? Is that with?
It's 17 with the.
Oh yeah, he's like, it's probably the best deal you're ever gonna make with those flowers, mate.
Oh dare.
Tell me I'm wrong.
How much gold do I have?
I'm just gonna look up at 7. I think you'll enjoy the flowers more.
That's true.
I do enjoy the flowers. What if I made the flowers disappear?
You couldn't
I
see
can
it,
probably help you with that later.
Okay.
We got a deal or not?
He won't give me money.
Give him money.
Do you have anything else that would be
though. Yeah, 23.
interesting?
So
This is
interesting
just
is a wide spectrum. You want to be a little bit more specific. Is there something you look for?
Magical.
Well, no,
That magic shot.
really. Like the hardest drow eye roll that you've ever seen. It's the only drow eye roll that you've ever seen. But
Did he introduce his
and
name?
actually,
Got it.
you would
No, you guys never asked.
those of you that have been to the Fey Realm would have recognized this as a drow.
We're not there. Yeah, we're not there.
Oh, you're not.
We're not.
Yeah.
This would have been over with.
Was there?
You would have recognized this
If
was
you
a
look
drow.
at Ren, we're there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what he is.
Yeah.
We're still outside saying, what are they doing?
Yeah, I'm like getting ready. I'm just happy.
You're probably they're outside thinking we're going to
Tapping
strike
her
at
in, like-
any moment, and they're
This is like, I think Seven's doing a bad market deal. I don't know what's happening. He's like, oh no, I'm just getting hyperventilating.
my ears are burning.
He's
But
just sitting there
is
being
this something specific that you're interested in? Because I mean, interesting is I can tell you interesting.
Well,
Everything here is interesting to the right person. This has totally shifted. His Cockney has changed to like an Australian.
He's a
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
It's a magic
Maybe he's a
place.
changeling.
It's a magic
And
place.
then every
so it
time he
works.
pushes the button, it's a different accent.
Ooh, what?
It's pre-recorded messages on the pen. I'm just kidding.
He's a robot.
You thought for this entire interaction do that?
That'd be impressive.
it seems like this pin would be useful for a magnitude of situations.
A magnitude, that's a lot.
It would be, yeah.
I knew that.
Do you have anything else that would be as useful for, say, combat?
Alright, well. I do have these, and he takes the cloth, and you see him kind of reach under, and again, his hands kind of disappear where you would see his hands come
So
through.
can I see that area at all? Could I, like, see the magic?
So, from your point of view,
Right.
it's like you're looking at a glass case at like Zales or K Jewelers, because every kiss begins with K, and
Sponsored.
not sponsored. And like typically, because you could see when their hands reach out and they're like, "You want this one or that one?" Where his hands were to reach down, and obviously he is reaching in because he is bent over the glass. You see no hands or anything.
So would I?
You don't
because
see a
I
ripple.
have-
You don't see
so
nothing.
cool.
because I have detect magic,
The glass case itself is emanating.
and I would know the school of magic.
It is illusion.
Okay. Obviously, but I just wanted to.
I'm surprised you're not going
It's
to rock
conjuration.
this place.
A Bagra pops up.
Necromancy.
Um,
Necromancy.
But he
Oh,
then
no.
pulls out. He does pull out this kind of mannequin hand, and it's got various rings on it. And it's like, well, maybe something here might tickle your fancy, and it is lit up like a Christmas tree. And there's probably about 2 or 3 rings on each finger, every so often, like 2, 3, 3, 2.
Holy cow!
2. He's like, so again, what are you interested in? I got combat, I got non-combat. I mean, if you want this one, and like as he grabs it, and you have to see him. He literally twists the ring first before it comes off, but you see like this kind of spark disconnect from the tip of the finger to the ring itself. It's like this one can give a nasty jolt to somebody that grabs you, and it's not something necessarily to play around with your friends with, but I did do it once. They're better now. It took a while, but they're better now. He puts it back on the finger and he twists it again.
So I'm gonna make a mental note of that.
Okay.
So it's a joy buzzer
It's the
that kills.
That
I
goes,
mean,
yeah.
without identify, that's what you can assume, but you don't know.
Okay.
Is this one just gives you a bit more oomph to you when you get hit. Makes you a little bit harder to hit, if you know what I'm saying. It's hard to describe what the ring does without saying what the ring is, especially since I got DMs at the table. But this one, as opposed to the pin that makes you just go invisible, this one kind of makes you poof out of that space into another one.
That's not bad.
Not so much combat, but you can use. I can see how you could use it in combat. And some of these are nice if you want to like breathe underwater, or if you want to like see things that you can't typically see or whatnot, and plenty of other good stuff. I don't know why I'm holding up my hand. He's holding up a hand. So it's
Yeah.
and just the fingers curl, whatever one he's grabbing for. Like,
Monkey's paw.
Imagine those are expensive rings too.
oh, they are pretty penny.
Yeah.
Is everything alright in there, Hilton? Like 10 minutes, 12 since you
It
stepped
has to
in
have been
there.
a half an hour, easily.
this
Easily. Are you kidding me?
At least the 10 minutes to
So
cover.
getting over the
okay.
initial shock and awe of like this novelty, almost looking the toy shop, not toy shop, but novelty and other stuff shop, and now you're getting meat and potatoes. Yeah, you've been in there a hot minute.
Yes. I'm about ready to tell him why we're here.
I can only play cards with Felix so many times before he starts cheating.
Not fair.
Keeps clocking his cards.
You keep mulliganing, rewinding time.
For them, it's been
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
For you guys, it's been 9 years.
What is your name, my friend?
Well, my name is Garrick Bryla.
Garrick.
Solid name.
I'm sure you've heard about all the break-ins in the city, correct?
It's a damn shame if you ask me. A damn shame. I know some of them. Didn't know others. Don't care to know others.
The ones that got hit?
Some of them.
Okay. Well,
I sell goods, I buy goods, we buy.
I have reason to believe your building was marked for the next robbery.
Okay. And he puts the hand back underneath.
At that point, I'm gonna pull out the pendant
Yeah.
Oh.
to show him.
Well, look at you. I guess I underestimated. That's why you're such a good barter. So, what makes you believe that I am the next to be quote unquote hit?
There was a mark on your building. We have removed it.
We put it somewhere else.
But I'm curious, the reason why I asked...
Where was it? Like, was it big? Like, is it gaudy? Like, was it ugly? Is it going to ruin my business?
we fixed it.
It's gone now.
It's gone now.
Oh, okay, great.
Mostly gone.
But that's why I asked if you had anything rare, because they may have wanted to steal it. And I'm curious what they may have wanted to steal.
Well, it's, I'm glad that apparently you know people, but I don't know you.
I am
So,
Seven.
He is seven.
hi, Garrett.
Nice to meet you.
All right, nice to meet you. So, thank you for the heads up. But like I said, anyone who tries to leave my place without, kind of purchasing, you gotta have to receipt. Oh, yeah, by the way, here's a receipt.
Oh,
And
thank you.
and just a little piece of paper, it like popped out of nowhere.
It's part of the magic.
Part of parchment, yeah. And he like rips it off. It's perforated. But yeah, if anyone tries to leave here without my blessing, it's not gonna be pretty. So, do you know who it might be doing this?
We don't know who. That's what we're trying to figure out. That's why I was asking what you may have had.
Okay. Well,
But it does seem to be pretty commonplace around the other districts.
yeah. I mean, do the gods know that they're gonna hit here? I mean, are they gonna be like gods walking around? Like, do
No.
I need to tell them?
Well,
No.
no.
Don't tell them. We don't want them.
Don't tell the gods I'm gonna get robbed.
Well, we don't want. We're trying to find out who it is, and that might scare them off.
Wouldn't that also be a job for the gods?
We are the guards. Right.
Seven. No.
You give me a roll so hard.
So hard.
Deception.
At least we know in the future exactly what
Inspiration.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's worse. Awesome.
So, what did you roll the first time?
First time I got an 11.
Yeah, I don't
Guard
think you are.
adjacent.
Yeah, God adjacent, so you're still not a god.
We're in the ranks.
So as it pertains to me and you right now,
Yeah.
so you purchase from me,
Mhm.
I'll give you a good and a service,
Mhm.
you give me a coin, and that's kind of where the relationship is at the moment. So I'm not going to tell you if I have anything else fantastical that somebody may want to steal, because you are God adjacent. Everyone is also thief adjacent. So by that logic, you are also thief adjacent.
Doesn't
So
that
if they
kind of give us some credibility?
You know, I don't put too much stock into what the higher ups thinking. I mean, I don't even like that archpriest guy anyway, and they made him in charge. So, I mean, what's even the point? I mean, everyone should be equal and balanced, and it's a really bad, interpretation of
Mockery.
Yeah, it's not even vicious mockery, it's just mockery. But, I don't even care. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for telling me if this is indeed true. And I'm going to look after my own. Yeah, I appreciate that. You guys are welcome to buy anything else you may want. Other than that, if there's nothing else, thank you for your patronage. Please come back anytime you wish to spend money, and we will have that kind of relationship.
Can we put the mark back?
So now you're going to deface my building, and I'm going to tell the god-adjacent gods that you did this.
Well, we're just reverting things back to the way they should have been.
Fair enough. So I'll let the gods know that then, that there's someone going to hit my ass.
Come on, Seven. I'm just gonna lead Seven out.
Enjoy your flowers!
I'm holding Beakley and I'm just pointing at you, just walking away.
As you walk out, you hear this almost automated "Thank you for coming. We'll see you next time."
Nice.
As you walk out.
That's really cool.
Okay.
Good job.
It didn't happen on the way in because it's a double swinging door.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I like it.
Well,
Eldon's still in there, so.
I'm thinking.
Just standing there looking at him.
So the big guy is he?
He's
Is he
not
all there? Okay,
not all
you
there.
answered my question. Thank
He's
you.
still learning some things.
He's not okay. It didn't feel like, I don't want to say he was slow on the draw, but but yeah,
Yeah.
Was that an owl bear?
Yeah. We captured it. It's our pet.
How much for it?
Not for sale.
Touche. Touche.
Say he still has the fingernail, so we can hear that.
Yeah.
Touche. Yeah, you guys hear them getting scolded. How much for the owl bear?
I'm pretty sure I can only actually hear Eldon speak directly into it with intent.
Beans. Okay.
So you hear nothing. Jon
Oh,
Snow.
okay. It's in my pocket. Do you have anything?
For sale,
Totally
yes.
unrelated. Do you have to have anything super rare?
Well,
Weird.
not that. Do you have anything that is effective against
Yeah, that hand.
undead or spiritual creatures?
Against undead.
Very interesting.
Will. Let me take a look real quick. And he goes to the far end of his table, and he kind of reaches down, and he's almost having to look at eye level for a couple things, and you see him reach in, and he comes out though with this blade, this long, shining blade. I mean, for you it'd be a long sword. It's a short sword.
Yeah.
But
A knife would be a sword to us.
Yeah, true.
But he's like, well, I don't know much about him, but I heard that this may help against it. I was told it's a silver short sword. It might help you. I've never encountered a ghost per se. I mean, my cousin said that there was one in his basement, but he just threw some sage at it. I don't even know if it was lit. He just threw sage, and it went away. But he's also kind of off his rocker anyway. But this might do something. I'm not quite familiar with them.
How much?
This one's approximately going to be about 700.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's got a little bit more oomph than a typical silver blade as well.
Do you have Any silver blades that are cheaper?
I got some daggers, I think. It is silver plated.
I'll take a silver dagger if it's.
Well, he takes it, and you see it like it is almost like the reverse of like pulling a sword out of a hat.
Yeah.
He's like going into the case with it, and like a case of holding.
Okay, yeah.
It's a mimic case of holding. It eats you. But he does pull out two of them. He's like, these two for sure. I believe a silver. The other ones kind of don't look as nice. That's why I think they're silver plated. But these kind of fine. You see, there's an obsidian handle on one, nice little filigree on it, and the other one has more. It looks more like a sterling silver handle, but they're both very fine, reflective blades. I mean, no real way to. I mean, he says they're silver. He's not 100% certain.
I think like
No real way for you to verify unless you have something.
How much for one of the daggers?
Yeah, I'll probably take take 100 for one.
Dang. Okay.
Because it was $750 for the whole blade,
Makes
so
sense.
100 for that one. I'll give you both of them for $150.
I only have 23 gold.
Well, that's not enough. Here's the deal. Apparently I'm marked, right? Or I'm not marked anymore. You guys are going to remark me or whatever.
We're not going to remark you. That was.
As Seven's trying
That
to
was,
remark outside.
Yeah, I'm out there just punching the wall.
You hear the sound of a muffler dragging across the ground.
Stop it. As I'm casting meditate, every time Seven punches, stop it. Stop it.
Rage.
How likely is it that I'm going to get robbed?
Tonight, not likely because we removed the mark.
Okay, so because of that, because you moved this mark, I'll knock it down to 100 for both. That's the lowest I'm going to go for both of them. I am going to let you know, I can't not let the gods know that somebody was trying to steal from our place.
They're not going to be able to do much.
It's stupid for me not to tell.
You can tell them, but they're not going to do much.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'd rather at least know I at least told somebody instead of, no offense, trusting. I'm sure you're a wonderful fella, but you just get that's all he does is like that. I like shaking hands in the air like I don't know what to do. I can hold them for you. Give you some time to think it over.
Hold it for me, because maybe I'll get that.
Fair enough.
By then.
And you see, he literally just puts them on his person. Come back if you want them. If not, well, it'll be a great day.
You too. We'll be in the area because we're watching the other buildings.
Good save. Good save. I like because
There was an eye of suspicion. Like what?
The other building.
Fair enough. Okay.
Toodaloo.
And when you walk out, thank you for coming, and we hope to see you again. Yeah, it's new.
Well, that was somewhat productive. 7, you had a good time?
Bartering.
Yes.
Talked them down.
Yes, successfully.
Yeah.
Meet up with the group and tell them what's going on.
Did I do good?
I think we need to have a conversation with Felix.
Talk to your mother.
We're gonna talk to your mother when we get back.
I was thinking the same thing because I don't want to keep pestering you for my money.
But for the first go,
You bought something.
let's talk to Felix.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll say that you guys kind of meet back up, and at this point, it is. We'll say it's about 6 o'clock after your bartering and conversation. The sun's setting. Those districts, like Luck, Travelers are still kind of up and going. Divians, Julian Music, the nightlife districts are still popping
Third
off.
shift starting.
Everyone else is kind of, the forges are closing down, other shops are closing down, people heading home and whatnot. You do see guards walking around the center and walking up and down different thoroughfares.
I mean, I'm gonna set up shop, so to speak, watching the building be marked.
Has there been any?
Then do you do a
Has there
stealth
been
check
any
or
change to the outside of the shop?
The one that they.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the puzzle hunters, because obviously he said he was going to go tell the guards. Was there an increase in security, or like, are there more guards walking by, like, you know, and more frequent, I should say?
At the point of everything starting to close down, like you do see Garrick step out, and like he does flag somebody down. We'll say you're kind of keeping a healthy enough distance. I mean, are you trying to conceal yourselves?
I
at all?
am.
I would hope that once they came back, we basically told them that they need to hide because we didn't
Okay.
interact with them, right?
So the ones that did not interact, you can see that this guy, this drow,
Yeah.
for you two, has walked out, talked to some guards. You see some kind of nodding and whatnot. The guards keep going on their walk. He goes back in. You see lights on the bottom level go out and everything. A few minutes later, a couple lights up, candles upstairs come on.
Okay, so he lives there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
How long do you guys hang out there?
Well,
I can only play cards for so long with you, Felix.
I win again.
Yeah.
I'm getting good at this game. Is there anything else in this area that we've seen that would be a good enough excuse for us to be there longer or late?
Well, again, there's
I know you
plenty
said
of.
like there's nightlife and stuff, but like
Yeah.
right in that center is there?
Well, I mean, there are homeless, destitute persons that are around who are begging. There are couples that are simply going out for strolls. There are people heading to other districts to get food, because again, it's about dinner time as
Yeah.
well. So there's plenty, I would say there's still an ample amount of people walking around. It's definitely quieter, but I mean, it's not dead by any means.
Yeah.
There's more than enough justification. Just teens hanging out, talking, and whatnot. So there's plenty of reasoning as to why you guys might be hanging out.
So here's my thought process. At least from what we've gathered from playing, we could either maybe hit up some of the homeless, ask them if they've seen stuff or if they can keep an eye out. I mean, obviously, you can only trust them as far as we can throw them, but I mean, heck, buy them some food or get them something like that. They're the eyes and ears of the city. Right? Because I don't really know. I've just always read in books that was always a good thing to hit up.
What kind of books are you reading, Felix?
Mysteries, manuals. I mean, kind of the same thing. But other than us just sitting here, because I mean, obviously we've been here for a while, so if anybody is also watching this area, but
Banner?
what do you think, Banner?
I think it's a good idea. I think, in fact, I almost wondered about disguising one or more of ourselves as homeless, hanging out.
All right, who do you think I should look like? Who do you think I should look like? Just name a person.
Is this a trick question?
No, just...
Hey, wait a minute. Can't you look like that guy that you almost killed yesterday?
Sure. I
There you
just
go.
snap my fingers and a purple mist covers my visage, and I cast one of my innate abilities, disguise self.
Excellent.
And I look like the guy that we chased down and almost killed.
Oh, that guy.
Ooh, that guy might be in trouble there. But that's fine.
No, it just looks like he's mending fences. But
Yeah, I mean, other than that, all we can do is really stake it out and check things. Obviously, they already said this place is set up, and I would assume that this guy, like he said, is good at protecting his storefront. I mean, that being said, though, we're also talking about people that have been hitting up places all over town, so they could have some kind of anti-magic or something on those lines, which if that's the case, yeah, it won't mean diddly if he thinks his magic's going to keep him safe.
Yeah.
I may have missed it. Did we move the mark?
Yes.
They removed it and
And
then
moved it to another building.
moved
Okay.
it to a different building.
And
So are we
watching
staking out that building?
I'm
or-
watching that building.
Okay.
I probably have a follow-up question. The building that you marked,
I put it the same, like, since it was at the entrance of the district, it's on that building. I probably should have
so
checked
this,
to see if
this
it's
is
building
probably,
that
I gotta
was.
say, this is probably a question then for you. What building did they mark?
Yeah.
Did they move the mark to?
so in Vorus Twilight, it's very obviously night themed. This is one of the districts that are kind of hopping right now, just because being the district for the God of Twilight. And I say hopping, it's not like a jazz club or anything, but people, it almost seems like people are doing like everyday during the day stuff,
Not
just at
night
nighttime.
Yeah. Maybe not the best place to mark then for somebody to hit overnight.
Well, the building that you did mark, just it seems to be just like any other homestead. In this one, it doesn't seem like there's a shop or a restaurant or inn. It just simply looks like a home or some sort of storage building. Of the two, you cannot tell.
Okay, so as an option, especially if they're going to be staking out over there too, I can set an alarm on the building
The one that we're watching,
The
or
building that
we move the mark
marked
to.
to. I mean,
So then we already have eyes. We already have eyes on the real building, just in case somebody's doing that. And then that alarm will tell me it's mental.
just so I'm aware of what goes
Yes,
into
ma'am.
your thing, of your alarm.
Uh-huh.
You can't do that over the entire building, right? It's just one entrance.
That's actually a really good question.
I believe it's
20-foot cube.
Yeah.
Or a door. I can pick a door, a window, or an area that is no larger than 20 feet.
So it probably
So I don't know
can't
how big the building is.
cover the entire
Yeah,
thing.
no, the
Yeah.
building's a bit bigger than that.
Okay, so that's
I would
not-
say it's probably like a 40-foot cube, if anything.
I would say it eliminates the options of which they can enter without us knowing, which means we can focus on the other ones, but
But
You
yeah, that's just-
probably won't go through the front door, huh?
exactly. I doubt they're gonna use the front door.
on the other hand,
That's what they want you to
I'm not sure how people would feel about you approaching the premises and waving your little fingers around.
it's not really waving my fingers around. It just takes a minute. But
Probably
I'm just saying. I was meaning that as an option. Don't want to eliminate anything.
I mean, I am disguised at the moment, so I can go with the first option. We mentioned wing
I
forward.
think we'll just stick with that then.
Cast out our nets.
Yeah.
Are the three of us with them right now?
I think you guys said no.
Yeah,
to
you
not-
guys
Just
you,
confirm.
You got because after that incident, we don't want that to happen. So then, if that's the case, I mean, Eldon though said that he wanted to watch the actual building, the Puzzle Huntress. Or no, hey Eldon, you said the Mark building,
I'm watching the new building we marked.
the new building. So he's gonna watch the new building. I would assume then you would be by the new building too, or where do you want to be?
Well, originally I thought we were just going to go and ask around first before, but if
Yeah.
we're talking about the after parts,
Yeah,
I mean,
afterwards.
they're watching the new building. We can just watch
The old marked one
the
because they
Puzzle
don't.
Huntress.
Yeah, that would make sense because obviously they don't know us. Yeah, so that's what I would say is we hit up the less fortunate and then we stake out the Puzzle Huntress. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say we could get some food or whatever and offer it and kind of try to schmooze it up with some of the less fortunate people.
Sorry, I was yawning. I was like, no, it was one of those where like I just felt like a big like gust of air, and I was like, I need to yawn. So yeah, we'll say that you grabbed some food. So what are you wanting?
We're being nice and offering them food for information and also what?
So I'm disguised
Yeah.
as the guy that we originally chased down, and I think he went to his home district that might have been Taylor or Kansas.
Yeah, I
That-
remember.
yeah, that he ran into that one.
Okay.
Not necessarily that is his, but he
True.
ran into it. But
So
okay.
I might try to ask more of the less fortunate individuals that are maybe camped in the Centurion near the entrances of those more darkened out districts of Tayor, the Tessus, and not the Tessus, it is Ganis, Tayor, and Goanna.
And me and Banner are keeping that net cast, just trying to not necessarily barter, but just hey, here's some food. If you happen to see anything or if you know anything, just let us know. Not really expecting anything more, just giving them some food, helping them out.
The ones that you give food to, if we see something, we can let you know. And thanks. And they
Hey.
kind of scurry not too far away, and they start
Yeah.
eating their food. There are kind of like park benches progressively around the center
There's just going to be a raven following these guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a good idea too.
Near the darkened districts, definitely there's naturally shady characters. Gasp. You do see plenty of cloaked figures coming in, coming out, going to other ones. Some removing their cloaks as soon as they leave the district. Some putting their cloaks on before they get in. Some keeping them on the entire time. What we will say is, from the various people that are around, some of them look like they sort of recognize you, Ren, at least the face that you're wearing.
Yeah.
But they can't quite place it. But we'll say that you run into to one who's like, you looking for somebody?
I might have a little bit of deja vu. There was a building earlier that had a marking, I think on Samir. Oh, for that pompous drow. I was really excited for him to get hit, but got moved. A bit confused. That doesn't happen around here.
Yeah, it's not supposed to. It's oh, it moved. Okay. And you see him like literally turn around and bolt into Gowanna's district.
Okay, I wanna trail.
Okay. Are you gonna do stealthily or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have some stealth in my toolkit. Ooh, I actually do have stealth in my toolkit.
Is there anyone with you? Or
The
is it
raven.
just you?
It's just me, but I can communicate to him.
Okay. Well, I just meant like any other.
And he said he had the raven too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was just 11 total.
I get it. I guess since you know about it, you can.
Sorry, we were just in the
too.
middle of a conversation. I didn't
Yeah.
hear it end.
Yeah. Okay. Come on. Okay. So starts weaving you through, and you understand why the guy that you're wearing ran into here. Is that this sector is the embodiment of chaos. Nothing really makes sense. Like there's a forge where there looks like there should be a kitchen. Like there's just it's more or less madness. It is chaotic here. Nothing has a structured place or feel to it. No one alleyway looks like it matches another. It's all seems abstract and weird.
It's like I'm back in the Feywild.
I mean, yeah, almost like running through the wilds, the woods, and it just, especially in the living part of the section, and it's always moving. Get that kind of feel. But eventually you get to this building that is completely caved in roof. And it was a domed building, so you can see like part of the dome going up, and then it's just caved in on one side, one part of it. And come on in. And he goes in first. It's just this really tattered kind of curtain separating the barrier. And he holds it open like, you coming?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Shimmering Isles vibes, guys. Shimmering Isles vibes.
So you get in there, and they're in the center of this room, which is somewhat lit from the skylight now with the moon above. There is a little fire in the middle of the room, and you see some other guys kind of like him, destitute, sitting around it. But you also see some cloaked figures. And the moment he comes in, he kind of bursts through as he then waves back at you. You see them almost stand up, like reaching towards their waist. And you guys walk in, and one of them looks directly at you. Edmund! I didn't know you were a part of this. That's awesome, man!
Ricky's great.
Some people chased me down the other day.
I know, it looked like they were gonna kill you, especially that big burly one, man. She looked like a beast.
Really inspired me.
I want to ride her horns.
Me too.
Okay, so what's going on? He said that the mark moved. The mark doesn't move.
So I was sitting there in the middle of the day, and most of the stuff is marked. Different gangs like the Sabers have their quarries marked for the day, so we know that. Everyone who can read the cants knows that.
And nods and looks around and everything, and they're all kind of nodding along.
But what you don't see is a mark that was supposed to be on one building moved to another, leaving no trace of the one before.
Have we been hitting the wrong buildings? How long have they been moving?
Frankly, it's the first time I've seen it. So we could have been hitting the wrong buildings for a while now.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy. I mean, you put that up there, didn't you? And he just points over, guys, like, yeah, I put the mark up on that one shop, like you told me to. Well, he's just kind of dumbfounded. I need a perception check out of you.
Can I also?
And actually, you're not going to be seeing this. Actually, if anything, I need an insight check from you.
Ooh,
If anything.
I would prefer an insight check.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Oh, jeez.
21 total.
Ooh.
I am built for insight, buddies.
Oh, buddy, I rolled a 19.
Bounty hunter skills.
All right. Well, the fact is they had to have changed it after the fact. I don't know why they changed it, but if it's on the new building, we gotta hit the new building. That's it. But what is the new place?
So it's the place next to Sneer. Not to the right, but to the left? No, wait. I think I got mixed up. A bit chaotic, isn't it? Oh, sorry. It is the Tessus.
They're hitting the Tessus.
The one building that would have been right exactly where the Sneer building that the Huntress put on the Tessus portion. Different spoke.
Yeah, I realize that. Man. Okay, there. I don't understand why they do what they do, but we gotta do it. All right. Well, boys,
let me say this.
You got it.
There ain't no point in trying to understand chaos.
Yeah. Chaos.
Yes.
Yeah. Man. Hey, you know what? I tell you, he talks to the other guys. As a kid, Edmund here, one of the funniest guys I know. One of the funniest. And I tell you what, though, a literal scaredy cat would run at the drop of a hat. You know what? The fact that you're involved now, I mean, good on you. Good on you. All right.
Spiritual awakening. That woman awoken something in me.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I mean, okay. All right. So you got our jobs. We're hitting a new building. You know how it is. Quiet. You take care of the guards. You guys make sure. You got it? All right. Edmund, you hitting it too?
I'm allowed?
I mean, you're involved now. I mean, if any of us get caught, we are dragging your ass down with us.
We're ruining this poor man's life. Oh no!
You gotta be shitting me, buddy. This is what I've been looking forward to ever since that woman chased me down those alleyways.
Man.
I tried to call for Black Sabers. No one answered. I tried to find myself in a bottle. And now here I am. Find myself here. In the arms of patriots. Sense of community.
So he gets running.
You did this.
I know.
You've done this.
Oh no. It's
You
so
asked
much,
for chaos and you got it.
it's so much worse. You all don't know. So at that point,
Yeah, he does it himself to try and get other people to say his own name.
he does pull out this figure that's talking for everybody. Does pull out the satchel, opens it up, and he gives everyone, including you, this piece of skinned parchment.
Oh, I already got one.
Oh, okay. Well, great. That's kind of a highlight of mine, but okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to think.
No, it's done. It's done. You have one. We get it. You're in.
Poor guy.
So they all start leaving progressively in groups. You see those that are like the more destitute looking, like the fellow that had led you in. They leave first and they scatter. Both directions, thoroughfare. They go into the alleyways. Everyone else, as they start leaving, they go in groups of 2. And now that they're coming out of the shadow, there's about 8 or 9 of them. So they take off in about groups of 2, save for the one that's standing with you, the one that's been talking the whole time. Like, if you want him, I can go with you. I mean, it'd be nice to bond again. I mean, I know it was kind of a dick when we were kids, but obviously you've come into your own. And game respects game. I mean, granted, I get a little bit gung-ho about the whole religion thing, but cool, whatever. That's your thing. Kind of oxymoronic, but okay.
I actually need to,
You know that we're not for the gods, right?
I need to be forthright with you. I'm actually shitting my britches right now. I'm really fucking scared.
Oh, no doubt. No, I remember my first time. These black pants, brown. It was. I needed a trouser smith. That wasn't even a thing. They made one. They made a trouser smith after I was done.
Don't be surprised if I'm trying to talk myself into it, repeating the facts, because I
Just setting the groundwork. I love it.
Love it.
Yes.
Lay it.
because a lot is riding on this. I have no one. I am alone. This is my end. If I screw this up, I might as well leave and go to the Weeping City, because I'm dead meat. I'm a ghost.
It's a bit extreme. I'm not gonna lie. That's you just go home.
This is
Okay. Okay, man. Okay, let's go. And he'll lead you out. From
All right, it's go time.
He's just talking this stuff. Never
you
more
know
to
what?
follow again.
You do you. You do you. If you need that.
Elton's like, what the?
I mean,
Oh,
there
yeah,
are some
just
people that talk with their hands. I get that. Do what you need to. But remember that when we do start fighting, you need your hands. So, yeah, that's a thing.
Do you even have a weapon?
That's a thing. So as you guys head out, scattering about yourselves. So Nevermore would have Evermore or Nevermore? Nevermore. I want to make sure. Has been tracking your disguised friend for the better part of the trip. Does lose her at one point because she goes into the building. And I'm going to say, do you throw your hood up before you go outside? Otherwise, you're all going to look the same.
I'm gonna do what I can to match the others because I don't want to draw extra suspicion other than my crazy talking in my hands. So
Okay. So unfortunately, after she does enter the building, they all come out and they are cloaked. Black cloaking. I mean, unless you're literally up in their faces with Nevermore, it's going to be near impossible to know who is who, especially since they're leaving in groups of 2.
So Nevermore has just followed a random group then.
You know what?
Sounds
Yeah.
like a dice roll to me.
It does. Here's my D4.
Well, are you not regularly communicating between your group of 3?
So I'm telling everyone what I see.
Okay, because I'm
He's talking to himself, but
I'm talking-
relaying, so he's just like,
Right.
yeah, I'm about to go outside, I'm about to do this. So like that would kind of also be a big head up.
I'm going to mark which group is the one with Ren. On a roll. You are following a group. You are not sure if it is her group or not. That being said, you are being led the long way around the center of town, as opposed to what would be like
the most direct.
3-minute walk. It is turning into a 10 to 15, just because you're going all the way around.
Yeah, we gotta keep him guessing.
And I mean, misdirection, right?
Chaos reign.
Man, you're
Sorry,
you know,
sorry.
I'm glad you found faith. But again, kind of like I said, you know that like we are specifically against faith, right?
Yes.
Okay, just kind of. That's why I kind of said it was oxymoronic earlier. But so walking around, he's asking questions like, "How did you get pulled into this?"
So,
Yeah, build this exposition, DM. Yeah.
after I was down a few bottles,
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of cleaning myself up,
Been there.
like you said,
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther Brown,
Ah.
scary day. I was calling for the Black Sabers, but of course, you know, they're not gonna come up out of nowhere. They're not gonna come towards name calling.
Most of them are pansies anyway.
So I was by myself in one of the alleys in the midst of Twilight. The Twilight sector, you know.
Oh, Vorus.
Yes.
Vorus, okay.
And it was later than the parties even went.
Man, that's a late night.
And I was approached by someone much like yourself right now, all guised and dark and cloaked in the shadows.
They do like that, yeah.
And they bumped right past me, didn't pay me any attention.
Why
But at
would
the same
they?
time,
Yeah.
he dropped his flap of skin.
That's how they do it. I guess. It's just flap skin action.
And he was about to kill me because I saw something I shouldn't have. But I guess he saw something in myself that I couldn't see in myself.
That's some self-realization, man.
I was nothing but a broken individual.
Man. You've had a journey.
And he could see that I was a vessel that he could fill with not just the knowledge and community that we have here, but also how to take down the gods. Because we are spurned.
Yes! Yes! And like that's like the one thing that like 100% he is on board for. Man, it's great. I am so happy that you're in this. We need to have you over. The wife and kids would love to see you.
Oh,
It's been a while. It's been too long.
that's what I'm talking about.
Fantastic. So like they're just having this wonderful. We built a new campaign setting right now. We have a new PC. No, but everyone else, whoever is whatever building you're keeping an eye on, I need perception checks because Ren can't be having all the fun
I
Hey,
cannot.
Cam.
because you are looking through Nevermore.
22.
Whoa!
18.
12.
12. What buildings are you two looking at?
They're looking at the new marked building.
You're the old Mark building,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, old marked building, old marked building. I got a 7.
So, over the course of the evening, the new building, no one really comes towards at first. What happens is you see quite a few people go to Thetesis because you marked Vorus. Ren told them Thetesis.
Oh no!
So you see about 2 sections over, about four or five. You said Thetesis.
Yeah, but that's the one we marked.
I was told Vorus, Twilight.
Yeah,
It was Twilight.
He said Twilight because I was gonna crack a joke.
Because we said that trickery would have been 2 on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah.
And I have
Looks like it's a new moon.
So you see like 4 guys like gather at the end and almost like super confusion.
Do I see that or?
Well,
I did tell them I was a bit mixed up.
We're so confusing. We can't even get. We can
you can't even trick the bad guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Can I talk to Ren through the thumbnail?
I mean, you can. There's the ability, and I'm pretty sure she's told you that.
Yeah.
Ren, what is going on? Where are you?
I'm mid-conversation. Oh man, I'm so afraid. Oh, going in the Tessus is really gonna be fucking hell.
It's not Thetesis. It's Varus.
Vorus.
Vorus. It's Vorus.
I stopped him.
What you're with here is
Oh. I stop. My new friend, but Edmund's old childhood friends. Buddy, I got my lefts and rights mixed up. This is not gonna look well. Oh boy.
What do you mean?
I said the Tassus. Well, I said Vorus originally, but then I said the Tassus, and it's actually Vorus.
Son of...
Chaos Rain.
We got.
Chaos Rain.
Oh my god.
He's kind of dumbfounded. There's a moment of like brief panic crossing the face. What features were hidden by the shroud, literally he's throwing the head back, hood up, almost looking around like, who can I reach out to? We're gonna have to hoof it. We're gonna have to go over to the Tessus then and let them know. And at this point in your conversation, you're about 3/4 of the way, so you're going counterclockwise. So you're about 3/4 of the way to where you would be to Vorus. So you're actually going past the mark, and the new mark and the old mark to get to Thessus, because it'd take even longer to go clockwise. You two would both see. Well, did you see Ren change into the new person? So
Banner did.
Yeah.
You see two shrouded figures. I don't want to say book it, but it's just short of a running walk past you, and Banner. This causes some confusion for you because you recognize the face that Ren is wearing, and just walk right past you. You and your compatriot reach what would be your the other shrouded figures. So Edmund screwed up, guys.
Dude.
Hey, it's first time. Give him some slack. It's not every day that you join a movement and you're on your first job. Okay, can we all remember our first time? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just various voices.
You're not going to be invited to dinner.
Yeah.
You're not making it to the company picnic.
Yeah.
So it's Vorus. Really? Come on, man.
Hey,
Edmund.
Keep it down.
Oh yeah. So,
I know I screwed up, but we still have a job.
yeah. Let's go do it. Okay. You know what? Kind of plans be damned. We're really late now at this point. He looks up at juxtaposition of where the moon is at. We're late at this point. Let's just go. Hit it. There should be typically front and a back. So hit both entrances same time. If they move the mark, I don't even know what we're grabbing.
You're saying
anymore.
both entrances at the same time.
Yes, I'm saying both entrances at the same time. Don't worry about him. It's a motivation thing. Just grab, I guess, anything that looks like it might have value, since we don't know what the new thing is.
You're watching the new mark with me, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's go.
All right.
So at this point,
Okay.
we'll say this because they are now a gaggle, a murder of crows. But you see about 6.
I'm sorry. I never asked for his name, did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
No one has ever asked his name or has said his name. There's kind of obviously maintaining an air of secrecy aside from you walking in and going, Edmund!
Yep.
So you do see 6 shrouded figures walk right past the old mark and look like they head towards the new building, and they split into 2 groups of 3. And give me another perception check, new building. Whoever's in the new building, give me a perception check.
So
and Nevermore can give me a perception check as well.
Since
and
they've
we'll
come
have
back
it
together, I
advantage.
probably would have come out.
Okay.
Because we're close enough.
We'll say that you got a snapshot before you blinked out.
This is for Nevermore.
Yeah, Nevermore.
2 and 3. Okay.
23.
23.
Who
Wow.
else is new building?
15.
15.
19 plus 4.
That's a 6.
6. So 7 and Eldon, you see on the roof of the the puzzled huntress primed to jump over to the building because they're kind of the sections are close enough that they could technically get over to that roof of the new building. It's maybe like a 15-foot, but it's going from like a second story to a first story.
I was on the roof, looking down at the new mark, so I'm already on the roof. That was my concealment spot.
Okay. Then yeah, you would have realized then that there was. Then I need to backtrack then because you would have seen two figures begin to start making their way out in the rooftops towards you.
Okay.
So I'm retconning for that moment. So what are you doing?
Hiding.
Okay. There's a roof with a single chimney.
Oh, jeez. I am a halfling.
You are a halfling.
Yeah.
I guess give me a sneak. I guess
Stealth?
or stealth. Yeah, sneak. Man.
I knew that. Ooh, that's not good.
Your one job.
11?
I mean, you think you're hidden.
Okay.
You did your best. But.
Dang.
Loud. Loud boy.
Violence.
Are you just here after a second? Like, are you with us? Hitting the building? Like, if they're not even like sneaky about it, they're like literally right next to you. Like, are you hitting it too?
Yeah.
Okay. You're hitting it too. Okay. All right. Well, we're about to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Follow your lead.
Both entrances at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, you hear both entrances at the same time. All right. So as they've split, there's 3, and now 3 on the roof. Well, you see them crash into the building.
So, point of clarification. So, how far away from the old building is the new building?
So
Sorry,
it's
the new
about.
whatever.
So it's a 15-foot
We got 3
separation.
scenes going on right
Yeah.
now.
You really do.
The Huntress,
So,
the new building,
You're
and then this building.
kind of sitting. I mean, you said you were kind of sitting along.
I was kind of like disguising myself sort of as one of the homeless.
Yeah.
I would have probably given a few coppers.
Yeah.
for a
So
cloak.
you're kind of more towards the center of the city.
Okay.
In that roundabout, because there's many rings of the roundabout. So you're probably about, I would say, 30, 35 feet away from the new building.
Okay.
How was 7 masquerading or hiding?
I'll bear a cloak.
Just prowling the streets.
Statue.
I'm just like Batmaning. Like,
Brooding on the corner of the building. Okay.
Kevin Conroy joins you.
yeah.
Rest in peace.
Okay.
I actually have an idea for this.
Oh.
When Nevermore is getting closer, because 7's so big, I'm just going to cast invisibility on him.
Oh.
Wait, on Nevermore or on 7?
On 7.
Oh.
Okay, so you look poofed. Poofed. Beakley is standing there without an owner.
Oh.
I'm just like holding it.
Beakley's floating.
Beakley's floating.
If you're holding him, Beakley's floating.
Okay.
Um,
Do I notice that I'm invisible, or am I just
I would assume you looked down
okay?
Like, wait a
at some
second.
point or another.
I mean, I probably would have told you first.
But yeah, they're going to
Did
they
you
are
get
going
the
to
pen?
crash into both doors, and you
No.
see the 2 jump next to you onto the roof,
Okay.
and you can see them kind of like chipping away at the roof with their hatchets.
Jeez.
This is a breach and clear at this point.
Apparently.
The plan is out the window
Shock it
because
off.
it's changed twice in the course of like 30 minutes.
Alright, it's game time.
And they don't want to retreat. No, they're going. They're committing.
So the guy you've been talking with, Ren, just shoulder checks the front door. At the same time, the roof is being cut into, and the back door is crushed in, and immediately met with just a stale, dusty smell. This building has been vacant for a while. There is little to nothing here. Little baubles of people that people had left when they moved out. There's nigh anything here. And just the confusion that crosses everyone's face. Obviously, they were not expecting this. And at this...
I would like to get up and start moving that direction, kind of like I'm one of the homeless, just kind of.
Sure. like drunken fisted
Same
almost.
shit. Yeah.
But yeah, so you're walking like you just see Beakley floating at one point as you walk past. But yeah, you see Banner kind of drunkenly walk by.
I'll be like,
Felix, what are you doing during this?
I was across from the Huntress, kind of eyeing it. So if I'm seeing Banner
Yeah.
sashaying across and seeing Seven now cloaked, I'm gonna start trying to meander in that direction or try to like get close to Banner because if he knows something I don't.
Okay. The lead shrouded figure, because lack of a name yet, still, just turns to you and remind me, does disguise self, if he were to go to grab you, would he feel it? What would
I need to specifically read.
Yeah,
to,
I think
to
I
remind
can't-
myself.
between disguise self
Yeah.
and
It would. He'd feel you.
Yeah, because
Yep,
illusion would go through.
it would
disguise
look
self.
like it's
It
an
would
illusion.
fail to hold up to physical inspection.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So he is justifiably pissed, and being the bearer of bad news twice, goes to grab you. Like, Edmund, what the hell? Now, and I assume it would dissipate the moment he goes to grab you.
It wouldn't necessarily dissipate, but as if going through like a viscous fog, his
Okay.
hands go through what would be Edmund's attire.
There's confusion as you are taller than Edmund by about almost a quarter of a foot. So where he thought was grabbing neck is chest, and grabs just your jacket or whatever. And instant confusion. Be like, he bounces back, pulls his sword. You're not Edmund.
No, but I would like to give myself a ride too. And I dissipate my illusion, and I talk to my thumb. It's showtime.
At this point, and actually, yeah, before we actually jump into it, I apologize. Let's go ahead and take a break. we are going to roll initiative for a combat I was not expecting. I need to build a combat! No, I'm kidding. There was backups.
Hell yeah.
Improv combat.
20.
Ooh, same here.
Alright, hold on a second.
Oh my god, I just rolled.
I'm sorry. Who over 20?
Sarah got 19.
Actually,
23.
also 23.
Nice.
Okay, who is the higher?
Dex.
Dex.
I have dex 16.
18.
Okay.
So it's going to be Eldon. 7. Who is 16 to 20?
20. Banner.
16.
19.
Okay, so Ren, Felix, and then that's obviously. What did you roll?
6.
Bringing up the rear.
Has a 5. I literally rolled 2 3s.
Oh, that sucks.
And I gotta roll one more time. Sorry. What did you get?
16.
You got a 20.
I got 19.
So, Eldon.
Yes.
You have been. Did you join the other two across the roof and
Yes.
hatching away? Okay.
I wasn't hatching away, I was kind of watching.
Okay. So you see this unfold as Ren drops her illusion. What do you want to do? Your first step.
I'm going to throw my ball bearings at their feet.
Okay.
I have 1,000 ball bearings.
Okay. So you literally just drop it in the hole that they cut in.
Oh, no, like at their, the guys that are up there with me.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So you do this and they start like rolling down towards them. I want to say if they have to move, if they attempt to move, they're going to have to make a dex
Yeah,
save.
that was my hope.
Okay.
And then I guess draw my bow and point at one.
Okay.
And not fire just yet.
Fair enough. 7 with banner on deck.
Yeah.
7, you just hear a lot of yelling from inside the room. Because it is a building, and because it is a one-story building, you do see Eldon draw his bow. At least you don't necessarily see him throw the ball bearings, but I'm going to say you're able to see him draw his bow, kind of
Okay.
letting you know it's going down.
Okay. I'm probably gonna, get pretty much where Banner was, just kind of like I was half watching him anyway, and like now I'm seeing all this, so I'm gonna like probably move up to like the
Okay.
front door probably.
Okay. I'm going to
So
say you can get close enough to it, yeah.
okay.
You're about 5 feet away from the front door, we'll say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nobody can
and
see you.
Yeah, you are invisible though. Beakley just floats past you.
yeah, and I'm gonna like look inside to see who's.
You see Ren, and you see many cloaked figures with blades drawn.
Blades John.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna probably like set Beakley down.
Good call.
I'm gonna like draw my the bloody blade.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm probably gonna like look around and then like I don't know, it's hard going first right now. I'm probably gonna like walk up to one and like while being invisible, just like
Well, you got up to 5 foot of the door. That's as far as you can go from where you were.
okay.
Because he
Gotcha.
was about 30, 35 feet away from the building
Oh,
before
okay,
he walked
okay.
forward.
Yes.
So, and you're kind of equidistant to how deep he was. So I can say that you can get within 5 feet of the front door.
Gotcha.
But
I
that's as
understand.
far.
Okay.
So 7, you were able to get up to the door. You can peek in and see that Ren is in her form, and everyone else is. There are 7. No, there'd be 6 inside the house with her. Yeah. No, 5. There'd be 5 inside the house with her. 2 on the roof.
Okay.
Eldon's on the roof. Ren breathes in the house. In the roof. In the house. Beakley is floating. And Banner is behind you. Felix is on a roof looking towards you. And where's O'Darren?
I would have been standing right next to 7 before.
Okay.
Because I would have.
So
had
O'Darren's
someone
just standing and then he's like, oh, okay. I'm
Just
back.
see the floating Beakley.
So
just-
anything else 7?
Yeah. So because you look like you're in a pickle.
She's smiling.
Okay. Is there like a window on this house at all?
Yeah, it's boarded up.
Of course there is.
Okay. So a wall. Okay. I have an idea, but it's dangerous.
I like dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous means good rolls for me.
I'm gonna create a distraction. Let's just do it. Why not? Entertainment. So yeah, I'm holding Beakley, and I kind of peer around the corner. I have the distraction. Throw the fucking owlbear in. Like, distraction.
You see, I'm going to say from your point of view, and like you are engaged, you're like prepared for them to strike. I think here, and Beakley like fly in and just.
Yeah. I'm like, run around,
like,
run around,
kinda-
run around.
Like looks back at you, Ren looks at Seven. Looks back as to where Ren or Seven should be. Goes, huh? And like, just starts hissing at the dude. But that's really it.
Run.
I need you to roll for Beakley. We need to roll initiative for Beakley now.
Oh no.
Would this be like an animal handling?
No, you roll. Just roll me a straight
Just roll?
initiative.
Now I have to protect something.
I have.
You might.
No, I have to.
Oh, I think you might have to. I'm like,
You better.
You might.
He got a 5.
He got a what?
He's just a little
5.
baby.
Same as Nevermore.
Okay.
He's just a
So.
little baby.
Her animal companions are terrible.
He'll grow.
Okay.
It took me
Um,
sessions for
he didn't
Wes
know he
to
was
He
kill.
needs to get his combat training in.
Trial by fire.
Man,
Yeah.
and you know what's crazy is that Binkley is before O'Darren.
I got a 6.
Wait, what did he? What did
You
he?
rolled a
Oh,
5.
I'm so sorry.
I thought maybe you
He's
had a
right
bonus.
after you.
1 point higher.
We tied with Nevermore
Okay.
though.
So
Listen, I just came back from Nevermore. What do you want?
Beakley has joined the fray.
New challenge your approach.
Banner, we'll say from your point of view that Beakley floated into the building. What do you
Well, I'm
want to
still
do?
outside the building, right?
Yeah,
Probably like
but
30
you'll
feet
see
away.
that he floated in.
Oh, gotcha.
Because you stumbled forward, remember?
Yes, yes.
So it is your turn with Ren on deck.
I'm going to toss off my ratty cloak or
Okay.
whatever I was wearing. But as I'm moving toward the door, and I'll end up like right outside the door, I assume, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will do that, and then I'm going to cast Divine Favor on myself. And
Okay.
that's it.
Okay. Ren with Felix on deck.
You there, Banner? Protecting this one right in front of me alive.
All right.
Rest, leave that to Brigands.
Oh snap!
I'm going to first draw my rapier. Because I actually do have a rapier on.
It has been drawn.
That person. First time using it this campaign.
I think we're gonna have a lot of firsts in this combat.
I am going to.
Beakley's gonna get his first strike.
Yeah.
Where's first death?
Oh, only death.
Hey,
It's
those of you with spell slots are saving at least one in case of the inevitable.
Okay. I'm going to just roll a hit. Does a 17 hit?
On the guy you've been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do a tripping attack with that.
It's your MO.
Yeah, it kind of is. That's who I am. That's gonna that's gonna be 2d8 actually because my superiority die.
We're your partner in crime, the ground.
The ground.
It'll always be there for him.
12 total,
Okay.
and they have to make a DC 13.
Net 20.
Oh shoot!
They do not follow.
Kind of sounds like they
What's
did
the
it.
20? Is it like a symbol?
It's a method.
Oh nice.
I got this from Titan Games here in Springfield, Illinois. Check them out.
Oh, Titan.
But it's a random metal die with an encounter card with it. So this came with a method,
Oh, cool.
and it had a little pin too.
Okay, I guess I'll action surge and do it again.
I guess I'll allow you to do so.
And just to reiterate, anything I'm doing to the person who is best friends with Edmund since childhood, I'm doing non-lethal damage to with my melee weapons.
Aww.
Henchman.
Ooh, I'm going to try and do a precision attack with that. If that will, let me double check to see if that will actually change.
Wow. That's when you lose at the Price is Right, everybody.
Okay. Action surge kind of wasted, but I'm going to.
Okay.
After failing to kneecap them, I'm
Okay.
going to, with the rapier drawn, take a few steps back so I'm in line with Banner, letting them get an opportunity to attack if they so choose.
Okie dokie. Now it is Felix.
No opportunity attack. Thanks.
Okay. So clearly, after seeing Banner run up, I mean, can I make it inside or just like make it up to the door? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Well, you
distance-wise.
try and get right up to the door, and something stops you because there's something in your way.
Well, actually, no, I can move through him because of my halfling.
So
That's why I'm
in
asking if I
terms
can
of-
make it
in-
into the room or
in
not.
terms of flavor, yeah, you'll just be able to get inside the door. You sprint towards it, and then you hit yourself against something, and then like take a slight step to the right, and then you're able to go forward. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing.
I'm just fully focused on Beakley, just making sure he's good.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't, I don't
a boy
even.
in
I
your
don't even.
fray.
He needs to try.
You don't. You know what? We'll talk about this after.
I'm a passive observer.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, for sure. The one.
Poor Beakley.
Yeah, I know. Who's the closest to Beakley?
There is one guy that's right in front of Ren. You don't know their names. It's a shrouded figure.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And this is about a 40 foot square building.
40-foot square building.
Yeah. So it's gonna get tight
Yeah, no.
when there's already 6 people in an alleyway.
No, I know. I'm actually pulling out my spear
Okay.
for once. I forgot I had it.
But
But I got
cut
it.
their Achilles or something.
But I am going to Ray of Frost that guy that's closest.
Okay.
Because
Sure.
the closest threat to Beakley. It's a 5.
It's a miss.
Oh wait, plus 7. So a 12.
It's a miss.
Yeah. Wah. I'm just so caught up in the fray.
Anything else, Felix?
Yeah, that's not a good start. No, that's it.
All right.
Get a
It is
soundboard
going to be the gentleman in front of you, Ren, Taryn. Taryn is going to, confused at the little owlbear cub creature, steps around him and attempts to slash at you. It is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Good. Most
Gonna
good.
hit your best friend.
You only got 4 damage.
Oh my.
Disgusting. Darren with Beakley on deck.
Alright.
Here's what. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna send.
You gotta send me a stat sheet.
Yeah,
Okay.
on Facebook Messenger.
Gotcha.
Nevermore also got a 5.
Nevermore. What is Nevermore in the middle of all this bad?
Flying in the air.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, probably just chilling outside, living life.
William Acton.
I don't want my real name out.
That was like the first thing I put out. Was their real name.
It really was.
I'm literally a
I
character
said
in this
Anthony
game.
Anderson. I mean, there's no more biblical than that, but
I'm literally a character in this game.
that's right. You're a character in life.
Be a compliment.
But
Okay.
so what were you doing on her?
From my spot, can I see the 2 that are with Eldon?
Yeah.
How close would you say they are?
Within 40 at an angle.
I'm gonna gusher one of those because that's gonna. I really need one.
Gosh.
He's gonna tentacle.
That's
Before we
He can't vanish not near them.
somebody, I want to know if I'm in the splash zone.
I forgot
I
about
think it's
that.
more like a scorpion because I'm gonna cast Arcane Hook to grab one of them and try and yank them off the
Nice.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
They're gonna land
Yeah,
next
go
to
for
me and splash me with
Remember,
gore.
Yeah.
E is for power, Kobe's for accuracy.
All right, what am I rolling here?
What does it say?
Well, remember because
It's a Dex save
Yeah.
of 14.
I usually
No, you don't pass.
coming off the roof.
Yep. So fall damage.
Good
It's not just
old
like
fall.
see this guy get pulled down. I was like, what the?
Well, it's only a one-story building, so it's
Still, he just got pulled
about
off.
10 feet. So he's gonna take 1 damage.
Darren hook somebody. Come over here, please.
That's really annoying.
That was a great idea. Took the most
A minor inconvenience.
And
He
then,
might as well have stubbed his toe.
can I see in the door?
No.
Okay.
At least he's prone on the ground.
I'm gonna try and move closer so that I can see in the door.
It's gonna take him a turn to get up.
You get so far before you're stopped by something.
I'm not going in. I just want to be able to see in so that I can see red.
Okay. Hypothetically, yes, you can line yourself up straight enough that you can see red.
Okay.
But you're still probably, so you were 40 feet away. So you're still 10 feet away from the door.
Well, I'm gonna try and give Ren some glitter.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my facsimile of life to give Ren some temporary hit points. You get 4 temporary hit points.
It's not bad.
If you fall off a roof.
You're rolling in that.
I mean, it looked cool.
Oh, it looked hilarious. And he's on the ground.
Yeah.
There's a guy on the ground.
Right
It's
there.
just,
And
he's
prone.
about as inconvenienced as a mosquito sting.
Yeah.
He's doing a self-check. I fell off a roof. Am I right? All right.
It's like he pushed when he should have pulled on the
Yeah.
door. That's
But
the
is
level.
he prone?
He would be prone.
Wait, it fell off a roof,
Hey,
so like,
that's
that's something.
I mean, that's not
Rain couldn't even do that.
I helped Eldon.
I know.
I did. I got
So anything else, Darren?
You did it good.
All right, Beakley, and then the blackguards.
Yeah. So the one that like decided to step around Beakley's gonna probably use that. Yeah. He's gonna beak him in the butt.
Gonna beak him in the butt.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Woo, baby. 22.
That is.
Yeah.
He's got a taste for ankles.
Okay.
Give me your Achilles.
Oh man, it's gonna be one of those horror movie shots.
House of Wax. Yeah.
Do you want me to roll the damage, or it just said like they're just a flat damage that you?
Well, give me 1d6 plus 3. That's what it is.
Right.
He may do more damage. He does more damage than that ground hit did. An infantile
Yeah.
barrel.
Hey,
You did 5 damage.
5 damage.
Owlbears are vicious at 9 months, and I do mean vicious.
Yeah.
Take him alive.
Yeah.
By throwing him, you activated his fight or flight, and he is a flightless bird.
Okay, so
Yeah. And otherwise, probably just gonna sort of like
Wait, owlbears can't fly.
dash kind of around a little bit.
Terrifying.
Just
That would be terrifying.
sort of zigging and zagging.
Swooping over.
okay. So it's now the
Nevermore go
blackguards.
somewhere in here.
What?
Does Nevermore go somewhere in here?
Yeah, after the blackguards.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Called the blackguards.
the blackguards, because I had no other name for them, but blackguards. The one on the roof is going to attack you
Okay.
because you've drawn your bow.
Oh, those ball bearings.
He slips on the ball bearings and falls through the hole that they have cut into.
Man, you can't wait for this
Yeah.
fall damage.
6 max damage.
Wes just
He
said,
landed on his neck.
I got some real Home Alone vibes going on there.
And he is pro.
Joe Pesci.
And whatever he did, it looked cool too.
Just like Lord McAllister.
So there are still, aside from Taryn, the one that is currently engaged with you, there are still 4 others in that room. Well, now 5 with one on their back. 2 of them are going to go out the back door and try and loop around. So you see them. Well, it would be O'Darren, Seven, and Banner. You would see them come around the far side of the building, near where their buddy is prone. That's really all they can do. Yeah, that's what they're going to be. They'll be able to do. One gets a bow out, but they can't do anything else beyond that. The other 2 that are inside, one is going to attack you, Ren. All right, 12 isn't going to hit.
15.
Okay. The other one is going to circle around and attack you, Felix, because you are now in the building. 12.
It's weird being in melee range.
Believe me, you're not missing anything apparently.
It's great.
Aren't
Now it
it's
is.
almost like I'm
That's all they got.
crazy.
Nevermore with Eldon on deck.
Nevermore. I think it's just gonna try and fly and get to Beakley.
Okay.
He has 40 feet of movement.
Oh, Evermore is okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Okay.
And there's a hole in the roof.
There is. So, you're just going to be hovering over where Beakley is? Or, like, what's the intention of Nevermore? What is
To
Nevermore?
land on Beakley.
To land on Beakley.
Yes.
Okay, we'll say you can land on
He's
Beakley.
ankle deep right now.
There's an intention.
So there's an owl bear and now a bird just go caw. They're both going caw essentially.
Beakley's sort of like looking at one, just like yeah, my little brother's here now, man.
Save that for later.
Get more animals. Megazord is.
Anything else for Nevermore?
That's
Dodge action.
Okay. It is dodged. Okay, Eldon with 7 on deck.
I
Yeah.
got too excited.
Yeah.
So the guy that fell through the.
You did your thing. You did the thing.
I did do a
You
thing.
did do a thing.
Did he fall
He went
and?
through.
No, is he in like with them though?
Yeah, he's on the ground on his back.
Okay. And leave him for Beakley. I'm gonna go to the edge of the house and look at the guy that got pulled off from my point of view, and I guess take a shot at him.
Do it. He's prone. Yeah.
Let her rip.
Nat 20.
Oh. So nice damage.
Well, you know.
See, look. See?
Damn
Look what
it.
you did. That was good. You did it good. That's awesome.
I'll do more damage next time.
It's okay. Don't worry about the
I mean,
damage.
do you want to
said that.
reroll because you have advantage? Just saying, you could reroll and
Man, don't
take the lower one if you
don't
want.
burn. Don't burn another 20.
Burn it. Burn it all.
2D 1d6 plus 4.
Here's a 6.
Thank you.
Is he surprised?
6, 7, 8, 9. So 10.
So it's 2d6.
That's right. So 6.
That's 12.
So 6, 7.
7, 14.
Yeah.
14 damage. So, you, this poor guy. He's pulled off of a roof. And, like, he's like, oh, what the hell? He just, and just takes one, like, right in the chest and just, he doesn't get back up. And the arrow does not rise with a breath.
Ooh.
I can tell you that.
He probably popped his back so he felt better until the arrow. Man.
He had scoliosis.
And to be fair, the one damage because he landed on a pebble. So, yeah.
Ain't that the worst?
Yeah.
Now it's the princess and the pea kind of moment.
And it was a shoulder blade too. That's why it was inconvenience. Anything else, Eldon?
Rotate.
Anything else, Eldon?
Secret.
No. That's I'm gonna set up camp there.
Okay. 7 with banner on deck.
Yeah.
So you saw a guy drop from the roof
Yeah.
and die.
Yeah.
You see 2 guys round a corner, and then you see another guy fall through the roof because you're able to see in and just be laying there and look like he's hurt more than the guy that fell inside that before he died.
Cool.
And Beakley got an ankle.
Keep rubbing it.
Yeah. Beakley doing great. I'm not. I'm like thumbs upping him right now.
No one sees anything.
Yeah. He doesn't see it, but he feels
He
it.
felt the thumbs up from his pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's pop.
Yeah, he felt it. We all know that. We all know that feeling.
Okay. All right. I imagine I'm far enough. Like I'm too far from like the 2 that are trying to round around to where I wouldn't be able to reach them this round. Yeah. Or would I be able to if I were to get there? If I were.
What are you trying to do again?
The 2 that are.
Yeah, you can get to them. Yep.
Okay.
Because they're now on the same side of the building. They're just at the other corner.
Okay. 2 or 3?
Was 3. Now there's 2.
Oh, okay. I thought there were 3
Okay.
in
That'd be
addition.
scary to
all
see in footprints.
All right. Cool.
Or just hearing the crunch, crunch, crunch because he's big.
Yeah.
Oh, so Beakley would have been invisible as well when you were holding him.
Oh, really?
Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on that
So
person.
forget all that
So Beakley
floating.
came out of nowhere.
She literally screeched, and then this dude's ankle just ripped open. Oh my god!
It's like an Australian drop there.
Horrifying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
That That would be terrifying.
I don't care who is prepared for anything. That happening, I'd be out.
Right?
I'm gonna run up to those two guys on the other side.
Okay.
Get right up to them. I don't know if they can like hear me or anything.
Since the train.
The
about
moment
to
you
leave.
attack or cast a spell, it drops.
All right, cool. Well, basically, they're going to be sneaking. They just see the giant robotic creature just appear right in front of them as I swing.
Oh yeah, we'll say that you literally like you draw it back. The moment you start coming down, like, and they're all like, "We're gonna get them," and then you appear and they're like, "We're screwed." So roll an attack.
And I'm going to multi-attack with that too.
Okay.
So one's going to go on one,
Okay.
one's going to go on the other.
So you get advantage
Um,
because you were invisible? Did I do something?
So here, so
One would say they'd be surprised.
Surprise
wouldn't
they would, but they were anticipating combat coming from that direction, though.
Invisibility is kind of wacky like that.
It is so.
Yeah, that's right.
So if
That's
you
true.
had been, you are attacking. You've initiated it. I'm saying this. Had you been behind them, you would have gotten a sneak attack. But, yeah. So just roll your attacks.
Okay, and I'm going to do a reckless attack with that too.
Hey,
So
you do
I-
you.
And I think because of multi-attack, I think both of them get advantage. Yes, or that.
What's it say?
It just says when you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly, giving you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn.
Oh yeah.
But attack rolls against you have advantage until your next.
Yep. Go for it.
Okay, so both of them get advantage. Hell yeah. That's.
Is that a...
That's a big number.
Yeah, that's. That's a 19 plus 6 for the first one. I don't even think I need the advantage on
It
that.
misses. No, you roll again because it could be a crit.
It's
Oh,
actually
true.
TMA.
Yeah.
Same thing, 19
Oh,
plus
okay.
6.
Okay, they both hit.
Alright, cool.
These poor guys.
Yeah.
Had the wrong house
They-
twice. And
Yeah.
there's nothing you can steal. And
Let's run into a freight train.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 19 with the max there. Alright. So I got a
Damage.
2d4. Where's my other d4? Oh, there it is. Alright. I'm gonna use
Yeah,
this.
no, you good, man. You got them mixed up. It's a bigger dice.
Yeah. 10 plus 4, 14 for the first one.
Wow.
He's using big boy damage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And 13 for the second one.
so you come down simultaneously, and like the way that, man, just the way that the can crusher happens, it just crumples down the can. That you do that to both of these guys at the same time, just catching them both in their outside shoulder and just bringing them down low, and they are done. Like overkill from
Ooh.
Final Fantasy. Not really by like one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 7, you crushed them below you.
Yeah.
So all that's left are the 4 remaining inside of the building. So 7, if there's nothing else, I have Banner with Ren on deck.
Nothing else. Probably just turning back around to whoever's standing by the door. Just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seven
Just
appears
sorta
out of
just looking
nowhere.
like.
Door's open now.
Yeah.
So what you got, Banner?
I'm heading in.
Banner walks on in. You're able to kind of step around Felix because he's about 5 feet in.
Pardon me.
Pardon me.
So proper.
I'll. Actually, if I can.
There's the one that's closest to Beakley and Ren, kind of away from you. There's 2 that are still standing and one that's laying on the ground, groaning because he took actual damage from a fall.
Gotcha. I'll aim for the 2.
Okay.
So
And what are you doing?
I'm just moving and heading
Oh,
over, and
okay.
I'll attack with my longsword.
Okay.
Ooh, that is
That was bad for a second
20.
and then it rolled out good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that hits. That hits.
Dirty 20.
That
Get our dice
hits.
situated again.
Yeah.
And that is an 8
Well, it's
points of
dice.
damage.
All right.
Slash at him.
Looking
Starting
hurt.
again.
And I might as well use my bonus action
Go for it.
Do it.
to do it again. Same dude. I assume he's still up, right?
He is up, yes.
That's not as good. Armor class 14.
That does it.
All right. That is another, ooh. 14 points of damage.
This one falls to your blade.
Ooh.
So you slash at the one. He's looking pretty hurt. You didn't take a second slash at the other one. He is dead. So the first guy you hit looks like in fear. Everything about this is just gone sideways. Everything has just gone wrong in every possible way.
Why don't you surrender now? We'll spare you.
Yeah, see what he does when he gets to his turn. Anything else, Banner?
Nope, I'm done.
Ren with Felix on deck.
I'm going to keep non-lethally attacking with my rapier, Terran.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Just a short nap. I'm going to... That's 5. I'm going to try to add a d8 to that. Let's see.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's a 10 total, but I need to see what the d8 is. 12.
Miss. Because you're attacking Terran, the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nope, unfortunately. Anything else, Ren?
Fighters at level 3?
Just keep right there.
That's it.
Okay. So now it is Felix with Terran on deck.
Alright, so with Banner attacking one person and him beating up that guy.
There's a guy on the ground, and there's one that's looking bloodied. So, from your point of view, from, you're looking at me, essentially what happened is I'm Terran, Will is Ren, we have the guy that Banner attacked, and we have right here a guy that's on the ground. Kind of in between Terran.
So you, other guy, and guy on the ground are all kind of together.
Yeah. We're huddling.
Would that almost say I don't know, a 10-foot sphere they'd fit in?
Yep.
Without any of my guys being in it.
Yeah, if you aimed it right here.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna magnify gravity right where you
Sure.
pointed.
Ooh.
I need con saves from all of them,
Okay.
and they need to be
15.
Yeah, 15.
All of them made it.
Yeah.
All of them made it.
All of them.
Okay. Well, they
Where
still take half
is
damage.
Beakley at in relation?
Oh
Beakley
yeah.
would be outside of it.
Okay, that's what I was saying. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Beakley would be between me and Felix.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so they would all take 4
Okay.
because it's rounded down, and they don't have to do saving throws. So 4 force damage.
Okay, so the
but
one that
their
Banner hit
their speeds are halved.
crumples down to the ground, just ragdolls.
Mm-hmm.
The one on the ground, you hear, looking pretty hurt, and Terran is standing, giving as much of a fight, but the wear is starting to show. Anything else?
After that, no. I'm gonna make sure I'm not blocking anybody, so I'll move out of the way of the door or stay clear of it.
Okay. So Terran, looking at you, Ren, doing, what? Why you trick us? Why are you doing this? What have we done to you?
Perceived obligation.
Well, I feel that, and he goes to attack you. Yeah, 12 probably doesn't hit.
No.
All right, well then he's gonna try and leave. So you do get an attack of opportunity as well as Banner.
I'm going to try and trip him with my, if I hit.
Okay.
15 total.
Yes.
Ooh. Make a strength saving.
I have a natural 15. What do I gotta beat?
Yeah, you gotta beat a 13.
Yeah.
Wow.
My saves are great. My
Right?
attacks are crap.
But he does take 12 non-lethal damage.
Definitely looking hurt. Not in a death, obviously, but he's getting the crap beat out of him. Banner, you want to take yours?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Then that
Turncoat
takes
Banner?
us to
No.
O'Darren with Beakley on deck.
Can I move to him?
He is in the building. You are not.
He was moving away from. So I'm not sure where.
You are not yet in the building. You can go in. Yeah. I mean, you can go in and do whatever you want.
Okay. I am going to take out my dagger and try and just hit him in the neck.
I'm gonna say you can get up there because he would have been. He wasn't tripped, but he was stopped.
So, I'm a wizard. I've never done this before. We'll see how it goes.
Not 20, no.
Actually, it was a 19.
That's gonna hit.
That's a 24.
Never done this kind of thing.
I've never done it before.
He's a
I've
savant.
never heard
Is this how you do it?
That's 7 damage.
Wow.
And you did it with your blade?
No, I did it with the
Helpful.
Oh,
So I just want to knock him out. I don't want to kill him.
So, well, you do just that as he's running. We'll say that you catch him right in the back of the head,
Ooh.
and he falls forward, still breathing, but
Goodness.
yeah. So he is knocked unconscious.
Nice one, O'Darren.
I got him.
Can I imagine that?
got
Like,
him.
I'm sorry, but you said this is the first time he's melee attacking or melee attacking.
Yeah.
I have to assume that he probably has some weird sort of screech.
I was thinking,
As
does he
he's
squeak?
But yeah, so it definitely goes laying face down, just unconscious, not dead. But there is also the guy just kind of laying there. Just anything else, O'Darren? Before Beakley.
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, Beakley.
Oh no! So the dude that's
How
laying
big
there, Beakley's gonna screech, like run up to him and just do like claw attack. Just like
Jesus. Oh, this poor guy.
yeah.
He's a
pro,
vocal
man.
funny.
So he got
dirty
He gets
20.
well, yeah. I mean, do you have advantage?
Let
'cause
it-
he's prone.
let it ride.
Do you want to roll again for a possible crit?
I do it.
The dirty
Okay.
20.
Okay.
That's what.
So you know what? There's really no point to rolling your damage because your minimum would beat him. So
Yeah.
So Beakley just triumphantly, bloodlust now in his beak, and he just starts clawing the crap out of this dude. I say clawing; it's kind of like a kitten, just kind of doing its thing.
Yeah.
But this is also an owlbear
With
claw,
enough
so-
damage, yeah, man.
yeah, it's an unpleasant way for this man to die. It is.
We're standing there taking a breath like, oh man. And he's just like wailing as this dude is getting ripped apart. Like, oh man, he's kind of letting him have it.
Yeah,
huh?
he's
Oh
he's
my
dead.
god.
Give them
He's
the
dead.
business.
He's dead.
Yeah, and Beakley's probably just gonna like
It's clean,
just sort
yeah.
of clean off its feathers a little bit. Just
Oh yeah, pick it. Just
Yeah.
pick,
Yeah.
and pulls out like a bloody feather
Yeah.
and
It's a
spits it
little
out or
piece of
something.
sinew.
And
Little-
starts
little
to
bit
eat
of
the
a-
guy.
dude's
Oh, yeah.
like a dude's molar or whatever.
Yeah, that's another point. Do you stop him from trying to eat the dude?
It's his first kill. You know, it's like hunters.
Oh my god!
It's like
So Beakley starts pecking at whatever flesh he can get.
you know,
to.
it's like the hunter tradition of like biting the deer heart. It's like let him go for it.
Maybe we shouldn't let the little guy develop a taste for man no more.
I'm not man, so
I'm gonna look
Hey,
at
as one thing, hey,
can't be mad.
O'Darren's gonna look at it and go,
as the other parent, I think I might want to step in here for a second. Let's put a hard boundary. I, having consisting of flesh, I don't think I'd like that.
I'm gonna start
Maybe we
tying
should
Terry.
reel that back.
Okay.
you
That's
know.
fine. Being
Let's let him
unconscious,
have
we'll
some
say
fun.
that you
He could-
bind
he
the
could do a
feet
few
and
bites
the
and
head
then-
together, and then the hands behind him.
Yeah, give him.
I'm not sure how much feet of rope that is, but I have like 50, so.
We'll say that you have length enough to hog tie
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have tripped, shot, stabbed, bitten, clawed people to death, and you now have a prisoner. What do you guys want to do?
What time is it?
It is easily, we're looking into 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock.
I'm gonna search the bodies.
Okay, so some of them you're going to find parchment, skin parchment. Well, actually, all of them you would. But as you are familiar with these people before, you look and there's no tattoos on them. That's important.
So it's not Black Saber.
The more you know.
Is there anything on the knocked out guy? Like that's different?
He is, aside from having a little bit kind of nicer clothing, he is no different than anyone else. He does not have a tattoo or anything.
Alright, so
I think
Kind of like the coin on any of the.
did the room
Yeah,
clear
that's
out
a
when you
point.
left? Like you guys were the last people?
Oh yeah, we all left. And
You remember where that was?
It's the chaos sector of the city for a reason.
Well, I want to say real quick that you guys found about 10 gold,
Ooh, I need that.
25 silver, and 33 copper.
The only reason why I'm saying that is clearly if we've emptied that place out, or that place was emptied and we took care of them, maybe that might have more information for us.
Well, I was thinking we slap this man here away before we hand him over to the authorities we question.
Well, yeah, for sure, no doubt. I mean, after all that shock and all right here, don't you think we should probably not do it here, though?
I feel like we need to take him somewhere. But yeah. We can take him to that mom and pop place. It was pretty empty.
I
was
just
opened.
That's
It's
closed due to health reasons.
That's why I was suggesting the place that they were just at, because
I
if that
think-
place got emptied out, and we
Oh.
knew that place wasn't.
Actually, we can interrogate him here.
Well, but we just caused a ruckus.
What I'm trying to
Oh.
say is I think if we... I don't want to...
Oh, carrying somebody through the streets, yeah, man.
I think it'd be better if we just got out of the way here and then let the authorities
just
take
do
care
it
of
pretty quick.
and then we
Question them here.
are done.
Yeah. All right, so I'd say let's just, if you want to get a nice handhold on Beakley, and we can use him as a way to throttle this guy.
Beakley, come on.
He like hisses at you
Hey,
for a
score
moment.
bottle.
Hey,
Nope.
hey.
No.
I am so proud of you.
Just starts kind of
Yeah.
cooing and purring and
Yeah.
rubbing up on
Yeah.
you.
I think you might be ready for some more intense training, don't you think, Felix?
Yeah, probably. You need to find a way to control it. Oh, man. Yeah, no. That's good.
Just wait till he gets big.
Yeah, no, that's why we need to do this imprinting now. Especially for me. Probably poops out things bigger than me.
So do we have a
Ditto.
conscious prisoner?
Not
He is
yet.
unconscious.
He's about to
Unconscious.
Yeah, he's about to be, yeah. I mean, if we're going to tie him up, that's what I'm saying. We'll tie him up, set him up, have Beakley up there because he didn't get to see his handiwork, and then we can ask him what we got.
I think we also need to be questioning whether Nevermore is pecking at the body too.
Yeah,
Okay,
Nevermore
there-
was riding Beakley.
Yeah.
And it's covered
You
in
probably-
There
Yeah.
are two birds
I
in
would-
this situation. I feel like the
Nevermore
focus
is
is
not
on
a
my
regular animal.
Okay. Wow.
So
I mean, Beakley's
An
not
owl.
a regular boy
and
either.
I've never seen an owl bear in my life either.
What are you trying to say the Nevermore is more special than our little boy?
Uh-oh.
Nevermore is not from this world.
Well, Beakley is out of this world. So
Neither am I.
that's pretty point. Hey, we don't need to compare kids. Everybody's special in their own way. Let's wake this guy up.
Rise and shine.
I don't wanna. Oh God, what do you want? Why?
Why are you trying to take down the gods? Like, what's the point of this whole operation?
If I knew every reason as to why anyone does anything, I'd be more than just a peon. But I do it because I'm tired of being subservient to something that doesn't even have to do with anything. When was the last time you talked to a god? What did they do for you? When they did do something, was it good for you or was it bad? Because the stories I hear, people get screwed over more than they do get helped.
I'm gonna be upfront with you. I don't revere any god, but I don't.
There we go. You want in? There's some
Hard
skin
hard-
parchment in
hard
my
recruiting.
skin parchment in my pocket.
He's already got one.
Right, I already showed you the one that I got.
Twice in one night, man.
There is vacancy.
You cut me deep, fake Edmund.
There's vacancy.
There's vacancy and room for rapid expansion.
Yeah.
So what were you trying to find?
Stuff.
I think we need to know probably as much as you can give us in as short of amount of time as possible.
Well-
as I'm saying that, I'm taking off his shoes.
Cool. You let me go and I'll tell you what you want. Anything you want.
I mean,
I know, hey.
unless you want to become owlbear food, like your friend over there, who.
Okay.
Why are your chunks missing?
We can also play with this. And I light up fire in my hand.
Cool. So, that would suck.
Beakley's getting pretty
What
close
kind of
to his-
scenario would let me out of this? Speaking plainly, like what do I got to do to get out of this?
Who recruited you, for one?
Okay, so literally don't know the guy's name. You were kidnapped, brought into somewhere. You were made to do a bunch of stuff. Kind of told reason.
You were kidnapped.
Yeah, well, I say kidnapped. I mean, there was a bag over my head, and they were taken somewhere I didn't know. That's typically the MO for a kidnapping. but I guess more or less it's just being the blind leading the blind. I don't know.
Were you brainwashed? Like,
No, I mean no,
Were you a minor?
no.
Then
I dabbled a little bit, but then I went into cobblery.
I think we're getting things construed a little bit. You are paying us with valuable information, or else you're not leaving. I think we're getting some mixed
So if I
signals here.
give you the information, I get to be leaving alive
Yes.
with all my toes.
Well, based on on the caliber of information you're giving us here, because right now you're not.
So if
giving
I
us-
don't know anything,
Then you're-
I die because I don't know. That seems pretty dickish if you ask me.
well, you were going to rob a place that could eventually lead to the other innocents dying in the city. So like, I don't
No, we
see.
were just gonna rob something.
But you do know something.
Yeah.
We were gonna. We were supposed
then-
to. We were supposed to take this one box, but
This one box. Any other deciding factors?
Describe this box.
no, it was. I was told it's gilded in gold and it's got like some green like I don't know accoutrement or whatever on it, but it's got the image of a dragon on it, and we were supposed to pick that up.
Did you guys see that box?
I didn't see that box.
Okay.
Now, as far as you know.
Did they say
I just saw
where the
this
box
one.
was?
Well, it was supposed to be in the Puzzled Huntress, and then the mark changed, so we assumed that maybe just they moved it to a different building twice, apparently, which obviously we now know is a lie.
What about the kidnappings?
I don't know anything about kidnapping. I know I don't know why or who, but I know that it happened. I mean, pretty much everyone knows that it happened. But like, it's kind of like your left arm doesn't know what your right arm's doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
where do you get your orders?
I get this from this guy. Man, come on.
It's almost
I mean,
like
I'm
names.
get-
It's almost like names.
It's almost like I've already given you so much
And it's
information.
so you're not valuing your life that much. It's crazy.
Man, you know what?
Or how about hey?
can I talk to somebody else? Can I talk to your manager?
You know what?
Can I talk to your
You're
manager?
absolutely
This guy
right.
can't
You're
be it.
absolutely
I'm the
right.
manager.
No. Hey, he's absolutely right. Let's just see how much he needs. What a pinky toe? I mean, those don't do for stability at all. So I mean, Beakley probably wants.
Are
a
you
pinky
sure you
toe.
don't patronize the gods? Because I mean, you act like a dick
I
too.
patronize the gods.
I can tell, but you're not being a dick.
Yet.
Amazing, isn't it?
I know, but he's being a dick.
He doesn't patronize the gods
So do
the
you want
way I
the
do.
toe cooked first?
Maybe you're on the wrong side of
said that he
it.
Maybe the
doesn't know
gods are wrong
the
and the
left
people
arm
are
doesn't
fine.
know what the right arm
Oh, well.
is doing, so might as well just
Maybe
do
you'll
the
tell
left
us
arm.
what you know.
Oh, there. He raises a good point.
I've been telling you all that I know, and I'm sorry. Like, I can only know so many names. Like, okay, so the guy that tells me what to do, I don't know his actual name. I know him as the Eyes in the Dark. That's what I know him as. That's what I was told to call him as. That's what he told me.
See, how hard was that?
See?
Okay, cool. His name is Eyes in the Dark. I know another guy. He may be called Foot in the Light. I don't know. See how relative names mean? Nothing.
No, but if I assume your guys in your face and I go to similar crowds and mention the Eyes in the Dark, that'll lead me somewhere. That's better than nothing.
Probably dead.
Hey,
And
If you hadn't had your buddies here, would you have survived against all 8 of us?
Actually, probably.
so
Yeah,
I've
actually,
handled
yes.
much worse than
Man.
Did you
The
see the guy
gumption.
that fell off
The
the
gu-
roof? That didn't really like. I
Yeah,
don't know
that
what
was
to say.
embarrassing. That was pretty
And
embarrassing.
you already got nipped in the heel from our little friend here.
It's an owlbear.
This was his first fight.
It's an owlbear. It's an owlbear.
See
He's
his
so cute, isn't he?
You see his double-bladed scimitar? We
The
yoinked,
owlbears?
Oh,
we yoinked that off the bloody blade, and that
Those-
was just for breakfast, buddy.
those two guys outside they're bad.
Oh, is that what those were out there? Oh man. Okay.
So
They used
the
to-
moment he takes the moment to actually recognize the scimitar. Oh crap. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what else you want. I told you what I know.
Where were
Ab-
we gonna bring the box?
We were to take it outside of town.
Outside of town?
Yeah.
like a drop zone or
Yeah.
a drop spot. Where's
Okay,
the drop spot?
where was the dead drop?
Yeah,
So
good drop,
there's
that's the word.
there's a fork in the road either before you start going around the bay. The fork either goes from Vulkstahd to the bay, around the bay, or it goes to Ilhasera, the Everthrone. You know, it's around there. We were supposed to just drop it there.
So can I do an insight check to see if
Yeah.
we feel like he's-
Yes.
Yeah, because if he's like
I wasn't
panicked-
asking you, I was asking you.
I would
If
also
he's
be doing
panicked,
that.
yeah, I was gonna say if he's panicked, then it's like
Natural 20
Ooh, all right.
He's panicked.
for a total of 23.
But he's telling
Because I don't really.
It seemed like he's holding back anything. That's what I was aiming for.
You are asking questions and he's answering, but he's not going to obviously be more telling
He's not
than
gonna
what he
spill the
really
beans,
needs
yeah.
to. But he's obviously going to answer what he needs to in order to think he needs to survive.
Okay.
You obviously know what the marks mean. Can you?
What
Did-
marks?
The
I'm gonna light
There's
up
a
my
lot of
hand
marks
next
going
to the
on.
wall.
Well-
Great, fantastic. You can make it like you're a glowing nightlight. Fantastic. What
Where
marks
the
do you
mark
need?
is.
describe them all.
Oh, the mark outside.
Yes.
Because we're inside currently. Okay.
Oh, I thought we were outside because.
No, we're inside.
We're
Because
not
you don't want to make a
interrogation
ruckus.
outside.
You want to threaten somebody outside where there's guards
We've
walking?
already done that once, and that was close.
So,
You obviously look for marks to
Yeah.
figure out where to hit.
yeah, I'm strictly just stealing crap.
Decipher all of them. For
I
us.
only steal stuff. That's
We
the
already
only
have-
mark I know.
It's okay, Seven. We already did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I
the
think this
only
guy's
one.
run out of Zeus, so if, you want to feed him to Beakley, that's fine with me.
Cool. So it's good to know that you guys just kill people left and right. That's great to know.
Your actions have consequences.
I
You
never-
don't
did I
have
lay a finger
lateral.
against you? Did I lay
You
a
don't
finger
have
against
lateral
you?
thinking.
You want to talk about lateral thinking? You're walking into the devil's nest. We're in somebody else's face. First of all, rude. Second of all, you lied to us the entire time. So first of all, your lateral thinking is you're a load of bullcrap from the get-go.
My lateral thinking is that I'm saving lives.
Do I have?
Right, and I am too.
Are you?
Yeah.
Who?
Those that kowtow to the gods. Those that waste their lives giving and giving while families die and live by their blade and their words. No offense, you seem like a nice guy. The gods are dicks. Talking to Banner.
So is this the gods or is this the archpriest Zextius or
I don't
what are
care.
you surely blaming?
The gods.
So the gods are just responsible for everything.
They're responsible for the pain and misery that they've created in this world. Well, I mean, how else can we assume that the world got the way to be the way it is? The whole like Ash Wars. You think it was just because the gods were being nice the entire time? They could have stopped anything if they are divine and all powerful. They could have stopped it, and then other people in the past wouldn't have died. Is that benevolent to let millions of people to die?
So you're pushing the blame to somebody else.
Yeah, because people are
Right.
dicks.
Yeah, people are dicks, but at least I don't be a dick in the name of a god.
You're
But
you're
people
being
are
a,
still dicks in their own name and not
Sir.
doing it for God.
What god do you follow?
Rexana.
Oh, war. Literally killing people.
I did point out the paradoxical nature.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So, yeah, you seem like a nice guy, but you kill people, right?
Absolutely.
According to what creed and tenets?
According to, I follow my own heart, my own spirit.
And that spirit is connected to the tenets of what god?
Rexana.
Okay, if you were not following Brexana, would you still run around killing people?
Probably.
That's concerning. Not gonna lie, that's kind of concerning. But, no, I have never, before this moment, never tried to kill a single person in my life. And now I am surrounded by blood and death. So you might as well just kill me at this point. You know what, screw it. Kill me, I don't care.
I say we take him to the guards.
Just prove my point.
well,
Prove my point.
he did ask for it.
No.
7.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Take him to the guards. The guards.
Yeah.
Can.
I think.
Oh yes,
Keep
turn
him
me
for the
into
guard.
the religious leadership. Yeah, that's great too. I'm gonna get real justice there. Yeah, great.
There has to be some kind of consequences for what you were trying to do to
What did I do?
You were trying to steal.
I'd be in need.
You are arguing
Good.
with a
Indeed.
fanatic.
I'd be in need. I'll
You
pay a
won't.
fine.
I
He
am-
won't win. He's made up his mind. And now he'll pay his price.
I mean, at least with what he said, yeah, sure. But I mean, he's obviously tied with the parchment and everything like that, so they're not going to get him for a simple B&E.
No. Sorry.
If he's tied with everything that's going on, it's not going to be a simple B&E, and that means he's going to go talk to the War Master or higher up. So that's what I'm saying. We go tell them, show them the pendant. We'll have a little bit extra to talk about in the morning. But
Yep.
don't, I would say, especially over that, don't just take him and just say, hey, he was caught attempting to steal, but we tell them that this was the person that was going in with
Either
everything
way.
else.
We're gonna paint a narrative now. Okay, great, fantastic.
But
Cool. That's fine.
aren't you a part of the group who was attacking the Grand Rose the other day? Or earlier today?
No,
They also had parchments of
They
skill.
also unfortunately had parchment.
Great, fantastic. Again, left hand, right hand. How you're gonna blame me for an entire organization?
No.
You want to tell me not to blame people for their deity?
No.
You're gonna blame me for a whole organization?
But you just blame
But the
him
guards
for
You just-
themselves,
You're doing the same thing
and more
with
importantly,
followers of a god.
Yeah, and more importantly, the guards aren't going to know the difference because if you guys have the same parchment.
Great. Turn
so
me
that's
to
what
the
I'm saying.
guards then.
Exactly.
Just turn me to the guards and
Oh,
I'm
we
done
will.
with you guys.
That's
He
what I'm
shuts
saying.
up and sits back.
Yeah. No,
We
it's
have
fine.
no more
done.
from him. So actually, Banner will. He's like, I'll head out and get some guards. I'll
I'd
bring
say
them
to
in.
take. I'd say
So-
to take the pendant because they're going to need proof. And you just say, yeah, I'm helping so and so. Like, you have the pendant because he said that's going to have some like weight to
Yep.
say like, hey, I've been
There should be
doing
extra guards near the.
just a
hunters.
couple feet away.
Yes, yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't hear.
Yeah, I'll go fetch the
ruckus.
guards, or at least the nearest patrol. or
Well, I
something.
mean, in all fairness, that
It was a
sector
pretty
is,
quick-
is to the god of luck, and it's loud.
That's true.
So I mean, if they are still,
Casinos
even
and
if they are doing a more kind of
Yeah.
often.
True that.
We
I promise I'm not that combative in real life. I just have to be for the sake of a game.
You are fine. You are fine.
I love you all until you piss me off.
Called role playing.
And then there's an elder dragon.
Yeah, so I'll find a patrol, whoever, bring them
Okay.
back. And
Find the guards. We'll tell
We'll
them what's
explain.
going
Great.
on.
We could just, pray to the god of luck, 50-50, live
Son
or
of what is
die.
going on?
Um,
But hey, it's like fantasy Pringles, man. When you popped and now you can't stop. You gotta hold it down. You gotta set a good example to our little buddy. He's gotta know when to stop.
Seven takes a deep breath, holds up his wand and flicks into a bouquet and is like, I apologize.
Thank you. It's kind of you. I mean, you killed people in front of me, but that's very kind, and they are very nice flowers.
Yeah, it's pink your favorite color?
No, it's actually blue.
It's blue.
Roll me d6.
2.
Takes you 2 clicks.
Okay.
Ooh, he's getting the hang of it.
Huh?
But it's never the same colors when he rotates through.
Yeah.
It's part of the magic. Quote unquote.
I almost imagine it like rainbows and I have to stop it. Like,
Oh my god.
RNG.
All right,
Yeah.
so you guys grab the guards
Yeah.
and you bring them to this vacant building, for
Scene.
lack of a better words. And yeah, it is definitely a scene. One of them goes and grabs the guards that are actually going through the Vortis section as well. So there's about now 6 guards to have joined you all.
Every time. Gee, it's okay. I got it.
To your boys when I don't know, it's stuck in my head. So I guess we'll get someone here to clean up these guys here. We'll take this gentleman, I guess, because we'll say that you showed the emblem and everything.
yes.
Fantastic. Well, we appreciate you giving us him, and we'll see what we can get out of him.
In game but out of game. What's the main guard's name that we're giving the guy to so we know like the next day to tell him? I know. I'm sorry.
Arnold.
Okay, cool. Guard Arnold. I'm just
Guard Arnold.
tomorrow when
Arnold
if they're
Paul.
like nobody gave it to us, be like, yeah, we gave it to this guy. That's what I'm
Arnold.
meaning. Not trying to be like,
Arnold.
I need a name.
Arnold.
Okay.
hey,
cool.
Arnold!
Yeah.
Football
You
head.
have beautiful
Yeah.
blue eyes.
So purposefully asking
Thanks.
you for a character name, not trying to
Okay.
get you.
Is it head shaped like any specific ball used in a sport?
A birdie.
Oh!
A bird. Shuttlecock.
Yeah. Sideways egg.
Shuttlecock.
That's what it's called.
It's a bocce
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, there-
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right.
So, thank you. All right. So a couple of them cart him away, heading towards where the Watchmaster resides. Yeah, what do you all want to do?
Do we want to hit up their place before we go back, like go home, or what?
I'm assuming the Puzzle Huntress is closed.
No. The meeting place that
Oh.
you met with, because if that's still empty,
Oh.
I'm
that
gonna be
might
honest,
still,
from my initial vibe, and the DM can correct me if I was wrong, I don't think that was a permanent base at
it
all.
was
I
a
think
meeting place.
it was just a building that they used.
Okay,
And probably the first time they've ever been there.
makes sense.
I mean, we can do one of two things. We can go back to an inn and get some sleep, or we can go to this meeting place where they were supposed to take the box.
Ooh.
The dead drop is probably a lot farther away than we can manage for the rest of the night.
Yeah, no, honestly.
Yeah, so realistically, to get there, it'd probably be around 2 in the morning when you get there. from this point if you were to head there right now.
Yeah, no.
And I'm tapped.
Yeah.
Because it's on the kind of opposite side of town.
And we can tell them where the dead drop spot is tomorrow anyways, because maybe they could case the place and do their own thing with it. So,
Just say head back to the inn and wait for morning
yeah, no, rest.
and go to that meeting.
Okay. So, anything else before you guys head back to your inn?
Oh, I do have something. I apologize. With all the activity earlier in the day, I have something for you two parents.
Oh.
This is something for our friend Beakley. And I'll pull out the leather harness that I had made. It's adjustable to fit you. You can carry Beakley around now.
That is
Keep him close to
adorable.
you. You might want to clean the blood off his beak first.
It essentially goes from like a baby Bjorn size to like where a lot of the leather is like kind of compact to expanding. So eventually, when it gets closer to a more mountable size, I guess it'd be
I'm liking it.
yeah
I love it.
possible
I love
to
it.
attach
Hey,
a
thanks.
saddle later on.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Do they have like a quick release for throwing them into battle?
Fantasy
Beakley,
Velcro.
go!
Yeah.
Fantasy Velcro.
Fantasy
you.
Velcro.
Oh my
That's what
god.
So, if there's nothing else, we'll say you guys get back to the inn and rest. We'll say at this point, you are going to level up to level 4. So, we'll do those rolls outside of recording here. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Yay!
I'm gonna take a long rest. I'm gonna take a long rest. Take a long rest. Confirm.
Thank you for being on this adventure today with us. But for now, we have to take a bow as the lights come back up and we make our curtain call. We can't thank you enough for your support, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, it's 5 to Places.